Welcome to Pioneer Field on the campus of Volunteer State Community College. We're in Gallatin, Tennessee. Tim Garrett Baseball Complex here. As see, the field is being prepared for a single 9-inning contest between Vol State and Rend Lake out of Illinois. You're running a man down in the press box here, so I'll be handling a couple of duties here. This is Tim Reese on the Vol State Sports Network. Let's get right to the Toyota of Gallatin starting lineups. First for the visitors, the Warriors of Rend Lake come in with a 6-1 record. Leading off, Jack Hare will play shortstop. Evan Schallert is at second base, batting second. Bryce Minton in right field, batting third. The DH is the cleanup hitter. That's Devin Keebler. Caden Spicer at first base, bats fifth. Seth Parsons in left field. He'll hit sixth. The 7-hole hitter is the catcher, Carson Wart. Kobe Howard at third base, batting eighth, and Brendan McKinley in center field, hitting ninth. And on the mound, Alex Calhoun for his third appearance of the year. Head coach Nate Glant in his first year with the Warriors. Now for the Pioneers, coming in with a record 2-6. They've lost their last 5. And a shakeup in the outfield. Braden Baker is going to lead off. He's going to play left field. Jaden Perez slides over to play center field. He's going to hit second. Hudson Blank, who was on a tear at Chattanooga State, playing right field, batting third. Easton Denning in that cleanup spot. The first time maybe ever in a Pioneer uniform. Normally a 3-hole hitter. He's going to play first base and hit cleanup. Tucker Smith batting fifth in the DH role. Tucker Lorenz at shortstop. He's going to bat sixth. Anakin Jack Armstrong batting seventh, playing third base. Revan Suggs getting his first collegiate start. Will play second base and batting eighth. And behind the plate, Bradley Pippin batting ninth. He'll catch Carson Pack. Carson get his second appearance of the year. And he's going to hope this second one goes a lot better than that first one. He's a 6-foot, 160-pound freshman from Murfreesboro, Oakland High School. Son of Tim and Mitzi Pack. Brother to Cole and a grandson of Papa Wayne and Grana. And Papa and Granny, they're in Smithville, Tennessee, as you see the coaches meeting at home plate. Looks like we're going to have to move our camera. Got knocked around a little bit. See if we can straighten that out just a hair. I think that ought to get us. Dawson Sweetland is the director for today's broadcast. He has taken Kentillo's spot here. Apparently he had a hangnail. He's not with us today. Not sure what his excuse is, but we definitely don't. He's here, and he didn't want to come. Oh, my goodness. Connor Cantillo, he is AWOL. We have a beautiful day. It's a little bit windy here. But Jim McGuire, in his 5th year at Vol State, explaining the ground rules here to the 2 umpires. Jonathan Higdon will be behind the plate. Adam Clark on the bases. Veteran umpires are here to handle today's 9-inning contest. These 2 teams played, I think it was 2 falls ago, at Murray State, a doubleheader. At the time, Chris Modelmog was the coach back at Rend Lake. And Rend Lake is where Jim McGuire got his start in coaching. Out of Illinois. He's a Illinoisan. I don't know if that's how you say a person from Illinois. That Jim McGuire grew up in the state of Illinois, so he very familiar with the junior colleges and colleges in that state. Made his way to Cumberland University playing, and then came to Middle Tennessee State University, where he made his bones. 26 years at MTSU, 20 as an assistant coach for Steve Peterson, and 6 as the head coach for a 3-year hiatus. And then athletic director Bobby Hudson selected him out of about 120 candidates to replace Ryan Hunt for the position as head coach, and been here for 5 years. And that's as long as I've been here at Vol State. I'll be playing the national anthem. I won't be singing it today, so I'll have to get ready here in a moment. So we're going to take a break. We're going to go to back to our intro, and we'll come back with the first pitch. Thanks for joining me today and the Vol State Pioneer baseball team for Vol State Baseball and the Vol State Sports Network. And this time, Tim Reese says, play ball. Double duty as the PA man to get us ready for baseball. Two-man crew in the press box, but we got a pitcher up here it's a pretty day out there. What's the deal, Tyler? Tyler, why are you up here? You didn't want to get any sunshine on you? Tyler Zeligman, a injured player, is up here, and he's taken over the president of the college's seat. I told him that if Dr. T shows up, he's going to have to move, and he would be happy to do that. Carson Pack out on the mound, getting warm-up tosses. Murfreesboro, Oakland. They the Patriots? Were they? Anybody know? Is that right? One of the several powerhouse schools in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, just east of Nashville. He is a true freshman. Pioneers lost a 3-game set to Chattanooga this past weekend. Of course, I did not travel with the team and broadcast that. It was broadcasted on Chattanooga State's YouTube channel, and appreciate them at least putting that out there for Vol State fans. Had a score up, and I think that was those were some injured players, probably redshirting, that Coach Greg Dennis puts on the air. First-year coach for Rend Lake, Nate Gallant, but he's not new to coaching. Came out of Union Commonwealth University, where he was a assistant head coach and pitching coach for a couple of years. Before that, Muskegon Community College head coach, pitching coach before that at Lincoln Trail and Dawson Community College starting in 2017. We are about set for baseball. Glad all of you could join us here on the YouTube channel for Vol State. Appreciate Chief Engineer A.J. Fawson here at Vol State to make sure that we are squared away and ready to go. Right away, Carson Pack is having some electronic issues. And that is not the fault of Chief Engineer A.J. Fawson. He doesn't handle the communication devices. Tyler Mootsey, the pitching coach, is going to have to come out. Just like the basketball game that I called yesterday, the women's basketball game for Vol State had a delay, and next thing you know, a Vol State basketball player, women's player, was standing at the free throw line to put up a free throw before the game even started. Apparently, Columbia State had not entered their lineup correctly in the official scorebook. Then there were several delays regarding the clock, so hopefully we won't have that issue here. The first pitch scheduled for 1 o'clock is now delayed. Gives some of you more time to check in on the Vol State Sports Network. Jack Hare, the shortstop, leads off. First pitch, line to right field, and that's down for a base hit. Hare didn't take long to jump on a fastball. Harre. If I'm mispronouncing that, and you know Jack, send me an email at treesports@gmail.com and let me know how to correctly pronounce that name. It could be Harry. Evan Schallert, the second baseman. He squares around a bunt. He lays one down. Pack's going to be off the mound. He's going to throw to first, and it gets by down the right field line. Hudson Blank over to cut it off, but his throw to the plate is not going to be in time. That will be a sac, bunt, and an error on Pack for the throw that will allow Hare to come in to score. And it is 1-0 Rend Lake after 2 pitches. Again, not the start you want. Bryce Minton, the right fielder, stands in. See if he lays down a bunt here. He is not squaring. The pitch misses inside. Runner at second, nobody out. No RBI on the run scored for Schallert. Minton, a right-handed hitter, takes a breaking pitch that catches the inside corner. Bryce, a sophomore from Evansville, Indiana, 6'2", 195 pounds. Playing in his 8th game, hitting .300. He's got 3 hits. They're going to play at second base, not in time. Defensive alignment, Braden Baker in left, Jaden Perez in center, Hudson Blank in right. Left side of the infield, per usual. Anakin Jack Armstrong in third, Tucker Lorenz at shortstop. Revan Suggs is at second base. That ball's drilled into the right center field gap, and that's going to get down and one hop the line-to-line sign. And 3 batters in, Rend Lake with a 2-0 lead. That is an RBI for Minton. First 2 hits have gone opposite field. An unearned run. That is Schallert who scores. Now the DH, Devin Keebler, will stand in. Keebler, a sophomore from Paducah, Kentucky. Doesn't show where he went to high school, but local high school there in Paducah is McCracken County High School, I believe. There's a fastball right down the can, taken for a called strike. Keebler's 4 for his first 10. He's playing in his 5th game. He has a double in his 4 hits. Still nobody out here, top of the first, 2-0. Rend Lake leads. Bradley Pippin behind the plate as I did not finish my defensive alignment. Revin Suggs getting his first start is out at second base. The freshman out of Greenbrier, Tennessee. Easton Denning, sophomore from McMinnville, Tennessee, at first, and Bradley Pippin behind the plate. Fastball fouled off the screen. Pack gets ahead. Right around that plate. Walk 2 in his first start was game 4 of the 4-game series with Glen Oaks. Ended up being a 12-2 loss for Vol State. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on a miss. Pippin blocks it, tags the runner. No throw to third as Minton will move up on what will be ruled a wild pitch. It's not a stolen base. He was not moving on the pitch, but he saw the dirt ball. And Keebler goes down on strikes for the first out of the inning. Runner now at third with 1 out. Infield drawn in. Caden Spicer, the first baseman, steps to the plate. 6-foot sophomore from Winchester, Kentucky. Pack spikes fastball there, and Pippin gets over to make the stop. Braden Baker has been playing second base to start the year. Moves out to outfield. I believe it's his first time to be in the outfield with Vol State. Jaden Perez, normally right fielder, moves over to center. Hudson Blank, normally left fielder, playing right. Braden Baker is playing very deep in left field. Wind is blowing in from center, a little bit toward the first base dugout. Not sure if somebody positioned Braden that deep or not. 2-0 pitch, swung on and not tipped. Dropped out of Bradley Pippin's glove. Pip didn't catch in the first, I guess, week and a half of the season. A little bit of an arm tweak. Nice stop there. That saved a run. Carson owes him a drink on that one. 3 balls and a strike. 1 out. 2 runs in. One of those is unearned. Trying to get out of it. Fouled off to the right. That'll get out of play. Walked up to the field today and saw a heavy equipment here right behind the press box, getting ready for the deconstruction of this press box and then the construction of a new one. Full Count Ministries, full count to Spicer. Swing and a miss. Pack has struck out the last 2 batters. He needed that. Back-to-back Ks. We'll bring up Seth Parsons, the left fielder, 6-hole hitter. Parsons, a 6'1" freshman from Hobstadt, Indiana. I don't think I've ever seen that name. H-A-U-B is in boy. Another run saved by Bradley Pippin. H-A-U-B is in boy, S-T-A-D-T. Hobstadt. Or the B could be silent, and it's Hostat. Swung on and foul down the right field line. That'll get past the visiting bullpen, where there looks to be a family reunion going on down there. Every pitcher on the squad must be there. They may be going 9 pitchers today in the contest. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. It's on the outside corner. Pack gets the call. Parsons 6 for 12, batting .500, played in 4 of the 7 games so far. batting in that 6 hole, but he has got 3 doubles in his 6 hits. And he can't handle that pitch in. 3 straight Ks to finish the first. Good job by Carson Pack to come back after 2 hits and an error. Stranded 1 runner. We are headed to the bottom of the first, down 2-0.
We're all working in the cloud. But what really is the cloud? If you start pulling back the clouds themselves, you find out it's an infrastructure. Computer science is really computer engineering. Right now,
Middle Tennessee is quickly becoming a growing tech hub with several IT companies that are looking for skilled workers.
if you're pursuing the CIT program at Ball State, you're preparing yourself to fill those positions.
Have you ever wondered what happens when you click Buy It Now? A whole series of transactions take place, from the manufacturer to your front door.
That is logistics and supply chain management.
At Ball State, we offer end-to-end supply chain courses.
Going into the future, our students need to understand these processes.
A lot of business is dependent upon getting a product on time.
Students here at Ball State are able to leave here with that knowledge.
Because the supply chain
Is counting on me.
Tim Reese, Dawson Sweetland back at Ball State for the bottom of the first inning. Dawson getting his first crack at directing the show. So we're not going to throw him under the bus. He's going to give him a little bit of grace here. It's not easy. He's running a computer and a 8-camera switcher. Now, we only run 4 cameras. But Alcoa, right? Alcoa High School graduate, so I'm pretty confident he knows his numbers 1 through 4, and that's all we're dealing with here today. Of course, he is a left-handed pitcher, so he's working with that right hand on the camera switcher, but he's got his left hand all over the laptop here that runs the scoreboard and gets us in and out of commercials. So I'm confident as a college student he's going to be able to handle that with ease. Aaron Higgins, Noah Stockey, though. Our PA man is taking a break today. I'm not sure what's going on. Might be getting his nails done, or maybe he's having a beauty treatment today. Tuesdays are his spa day, maybe. Braden Baker in that leadoff spot. I believe that's the first time this year that he's been there, and the redshirt freshman out of Eagleville is going to take a called strike from Alex Calhoun. Calhoun out of Paducah, Kentucky, 6 foot, 180-pound sophomore. The 0-1. And I would guess, if Drew Moorhead is correct, that Alex Calhoun played for the Paducah Chiefs, then he and Braden Baker were teammates there this summer in the Ohio Valley League. Baker was a Paducah Chief, along with Easton Denning. Drew Moorhead, an injured pitcher for Vol State. And there may be others on Rend Lake that played for the Chiefs. Swing and a miss on a sharp breaking pitch, and Baker goes down. That ball landed into the left-handed batter's box, but looked like it was going to go right down the middle. It is probably as sharp a breaking pitch as I've seen this year already. Calhoun, who's 0-1, only pitched 2 1/3 innings in his 2 appearances, given up 5 hits, 2 runs. They were earned, walked 5, struck out 2. Now facing Jaden Perez, redshirt freshman. So the called strike. Jaden. Hello to Ozzy and Ileana, his parents, probably listening in. Not probably. You can just count on it. They are listening. Jaden's 5'11", 200 pounds. Biology major. I said Ozzy and Neely. I'm telling you, they're like twins. They live together. That is J.C. Menendez's parents, but I guarantee they're listening in as well. Roger Perez and Jessica. You know, Jessica, I don't know your last name now. Got married this past fall, and I haven't made that update. 2-1 pitch fouled at the plate. JC and Jaden, roommates, and their families are friends for a long time. A lot of times, as a matter of fact, I think it was last weekend, they were both up from Miami together. So Roger and the Menendezes. 2-2 misses outside. Jaden, who reached base a bunch at Chat State this past weekend with 3 walks, did have a hit in 3 official plate appearances. At a full count, Ministries full count. Takes ball 4 just outside. That was a close pitch, tough one to take. But Perez draws his 4th walk in 4 games. And in steps Hudson Blank, who was the lone Ranger hitting for Vol State this past weekend. 5 for 9 in the 3-game series. Hudson now hitting .364. 5 of his 8 hits at Chat State. Leans back away from an inside breaking pitch. Got 3 doubles in his 8 games that he's played in. 3 RBIs. Reaching base 1 out of every 2 times he's come to the plate. 6 walks, throw over to first. That's the toughest one right there, Dawson. That's the one you got to be paying attention to. Perez back in there safely. Vol State not with a lot of running so far. Only 2 stolen bases. Breaking pitch whispers at the outside corner and Blanks down on the count 0-2. Hudson out of Marissa, Illinois. 6'2", 185-pound sophomore. Josh and Marissa Blank, his parents. A favorite for the press box crew for sure. He's got a sister Isabella. Big Ed and Rhoda. They're in Marissa, Illinois. Hope they're watching on the big screen. 0-2 is fouled back. Hudson played last couple of years of his high school baseball down at Merritt Island in Florida. Played third base at the beginning of last year, and now he has been moved out to the outfield. Now he's moved from left to right. Throw over to first, Perez back. Jaden has 1 of the 2 stolen bags. Modest lead at first base. He does not go, and it's a sharp breaking pitch. Nice stop there by Carson Wart, W-O-R-T. And if you want to join the show, send an email to treesports@gmail.com. I'm not soliciting. I won't ask for money from you. There's ground ball off the legs of Calhoun. His only play is going to go to first base. Hudson is the second out. A little bit too close to the middle of the field there as head coach Glant will go out to check on his pitcher. Down to second goes Jaden Perez. Godoy? Is that how you say that, Jessica? G-O-D-O-Y. Says she's going to be up here in a few weeks. I hope to see you. I think the last time I saw you was at church at Long Hollow when we ran into each other. Don't get a chance to see the folks here too often while I'm broadcasting, but a lot going on, especially between games, trying to get ready for game 2. So I don't get to get out and commiserate, fellowship with parents when they're here. Easton Denning looks at a breaking pitch that lands down in the dirt. Easton getting a slow start, hitting .250. Got a double, a triple, a home run, 7 RBIs. That leads the club. I say a slow start for Easton Denning. He played in every game, started and played in every game. Last year, the only player to do that, and I'll tell you, I'm just waiting for him to bust out. 6'3", 225-pound first baseman. They're pitching carefully here. 2 balls and a strike. Father is Terry. He's a pharmacist down in McMinnville. Sierra Denning, his mother. Ruby, Willa, and Lawson, his younger siblings. Hello to Pappy and Nani in McMinnville. Papa and Grana also in McMinnville. And Stacy and Gigi, they live in Dunlap, Tennessee. Easton hit .344 a year ago. 5 home runs. Tied for the conference lead in doubles with 22. 3-1 pitch. He swings at that breaking pitch. Comes up empty. We'll have another Full Count Ministries full count. Tucker Smith on deck. Easton Denning is the tying run, and he is in scoring position when he steps in the box. Perez at second. That one's tapped foul. Full count first pitch. Foul ball. I want to thank Toyota of Gallatin for their support of Vol State Athletics. New beautiful scoreboards at Baseball Complex, the Nichols Softball Complex, and inside the Pickle Fieldhouse. Basketball, full count pitch again. Denning wasn't sure and probably was ball 4, but he's down on strikes for the second strikeout of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner was left aboard. We're through 1, scheduled for 9, 2-0. Rend Lake leads.
Cybercrimes take place online, and companies need more well-trained workers to stop it.
Vol State is training me to help combat cybercrimes in the future.
We're training them for those type of jobs that are out there. Vol State CIT programs prepare students to earn industry standard certifications within the IT industry.
I choose Vol State because the future needs me now. My story could be your story.
A degree in criminal justice can help you find the exciting career that you've been looking for. As a member of law enforcement, as a crime scene investigator, a teacher in a classroom, a detective working on cases, a lawyer or judge, or nearly any job where you get to put the bad guys away. Learn more at volstate.edu.
Carson Pack back out on the mound for the Pioneers. Started out ugly for him, but he came back and struck out the last 3 batters to only allow 1 earned run, but the other one was unearned due to an error that on his throw down to first base on the sacrifice bunt by Shallert. It was going to be a close play at first. Jack Hare led off the first pitch he saw and singled into right field. And on the second pitch, Shallert lays down a bunt, beautiful bunt. Pack came off the mound and fielded it, but didn't seem like it was really smooth, but his throw was on the inside of the base. Had a bunch of rain over the weekend, so the grass is and dirt soft. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Warriors. That is Wart, Howard, and McKinley. First pitch Wart sees is outside. And as is the second. Wart from Pawnee, Illinois, 5'10", 190 pounds. Fouls that fastball straight back. Playing in his 6th game of the year. Rend Lake 6-1. Popped up and out of play on the right side. See if that will get into. It will. Into and out of the bullpen. A couple of guys started to go after it. You see their career in the outfield's not going to happen. It allowed that thing to bounce, and then it bounced over the brick wall. 2-2 pitch. Full Count Ministries, full count. On deck, Kobe Howard, the third baseman. the Full Count Ministries verse of the game toward the latter part. Popped up to right field. Hudson Blank keeps moving those feet over toward the right center field gap. Makes the catch for out number 1. Revin Suggs pointing it out for him. Help him out. Got a lot of clouds here today in Gallatin, Tennessee. If you're not familiar, Gallatin's about 20 miles northeast of Nashville, Tennessee, county seat of Sumner County. Kobe Howard, the third baseman, fouls that one off. That had a little comeback action on that fastball. Howard probably started his swing and continued his swing thinking, I better hit that or it's going to hit me. It would have come close. Kobe with a K from Louisville, Kentucky. 5'10", 160-pound freshman. So the breaking pitch outside. Playing in game number 7. He's got a couple of hits, a couple of RBIs. Team batting average of .268 in their 7 games. 2-1 pitch. This ball inside again. This time, Howard does not swing. On deck is Brendan McKinley, the number 9 hole hitter. Pack looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Got to throw a strike here to Howard. That looks good. On the outside corner, Howard hesitant about heading down there, but didn't sell it to Jonathan Higdon. That's a Full Count Ministries full count. That's a little too far out. First walk of the game for Carson Pack. Pioneers working on their double plays yesterday when I came up to practice, and see if they get an opportunity here. Brendan McKinley stands in. McKinley also from Louisville. That's a big lead at first base. And he's taken off. Pitch is not caught. Pippin will retrieve it. That'll be a stolen base for Howard. McKinley, a 5'9", 170-pound freshman. Rend Lake, they do run a lot. They've got 26 stolen bases in their first 7 games, showing no one has been caught yet. Is squaring around a bunt, taking a pitch. It looked pretty good from here. Must have missed down. Count goes 2 balls and no strikes. 26 for 26, unless for some reason they don't keep caught stealing stats. 2-0. That's popped up and out of play. On their pitching statistics on the website, there's several categories that are not kept up with. So there's always that chance that the caught stealing is not. But 26 is a bunch of stolen bases in 7 games. Make it 27 now. This is with that offering, and the count goes 3 balls and a strike. On deck, the leadoff batter, Jack Hare. Cody Meadows tuning in from the job site in East Tennessee. And a Count Ministries full count as that one whispers at the outside corner. Bugs Meadows' dad, glad to have you listening in. 1 out. And the pitch. Check swing foul ball. Kinley playing in his 8th game. 4 hits, all singles, 5 RBIs. Tucker Lorenz trying to keep Howard close, and a swing and a miss. And another strikeout for Carson Pack. That's 4. And And now 2 out here in the top of the second. Harre. I guess it could be Har. I'm going to stick with Hare until I am notified otherwise. Pack starts him with the breaking pitch out of the zone. Fly out, a walk, and a strikeout. Stolen base mixed in there as a runner at second and a 2-0 count to the leadoff batter. Glen Oaks, after they played Vol State, went back home and then traveled to Rend Lake this past weekend. The 2-0 pitch winks at the outside corner for a called strike. And Rend Lake went 4-0 against Glen Oaks. Won 7-2, 5-4, 4-0, and 8-7. Ball State went 2-2 against Glen Oaks. Pack tried to step on a fastball there, but yanked it glove side, and the count. Third straight batter, at least, that he's gone 3 balls and a strike to. Came back and got McKinley, but lost Kobe Howard to the walk. And a 3-1. Low and away, and 2 have reached. Hare for the second time. Second walk of the inning. Rend Lake, as Tyler Mutzi will. Trevor Mutzi. Tyler's his twin brother that lives in a totally different city. Just kidding, he doesn't even know. There's not a Tyler Mutzi. I just made that name up. I got a Tyler Zeligman sitting next to me, and it's hard for me not to think the name Tyler. Tyler, you know I used to live in Tyler, Texas. All 3 of my kids born in Tyler, Texas. Go ahead and write that down. Take a note. There might be a test later. Trevor Mutzi from Shaw, Mississippi, having a confab with Carson Pack. Jonathan Higdon waving up to the booth. He's a friendly sort out of Clarksville, Tennessee. See him in the summer in the Ohio Valley League from time to time. As a matter of fact, last time I probably saw him was at Hopkinsville, Hoptown Hoppers, former home of Owen Boswell. He played for the Hoptown Hoppers, as did Gabe Eddington. Nice breaking pitch there. Catches a pretty good part of the plate to the left-handed hitting second baseman, Evan Schallert. Not squaring it around the bunt here. He reached on what I called a sac bunt. Scoreboard did put the error as throw back to second. Not in time to get Howard. Ladybug infestation has begun. We're just happy that it's not wasps yet. Get our game time temperature. Revin Suggs going to get his first opportunity. About a 3-hopper over to him, and he throws a strike to Easton Denning in his first collegiate start. That will end the second. No runs, no hits in the inning, no errors, 2 runners left the board. It's time for Vol State to get the sticks going. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network.
Hey, Jake, that personal price you gave me was a home run. I can't wait to give you some free baseball lessons.
Man, I'm really excited about this myself. But you do realize the thing with Toyota of Gallatin is everybody gets the personal price. It's what makes us special.
Wait, what? Everybody gets it?
Everybody gets it.
Let's play ball.
Okay.
Jake, you ready?
Let's do this, Coach. Hey, Coach, this is pretty easy.
We'll see about that.
I think I pulled something.
Yeah, better luck next time, old man.
I think I'm done, Coach. Call 911.
Jim McGuire, Facebook actor there, along with Toyota Gallatin, General Sales Manager. A lot of commercials. Of course, two of them are with Ball State coaches, Johnny Lynn and Jim McGuire. Eric Carr is their general manager. They're located right across the street from the entrance here that you get to the baseball field at 1435 Nashville Pike. I'm going to go see my buddy Wayne Hobdy. Thinking about buying a new Toyota Tundra. Emily Smith in the service department, though, she's sweet as pie. If you need any service, tell her Tim Reese sent you. She'll give you the red carpet treatment. Tucker Smith stands in to face a new pitcher for Rend Lake, Josh Gilbert. From Metropolis, Illinois, that's a town made famous by Jace Mizell, former Pioneer, 6'2", 195-pound freshman. Metropolis, pretty close to Paducah. Looks like Rend Lake may be going 9 pitchers. Smith gets out of the way. Calhoun goes 1 inning, no hits, no runs. He walked 1 batter, struck out 2. Faced 4 in the ball game. 4-pitch walk to Tuck, the sophomore transfer from Belmont University, and that's going to get a visit from Nate Gallant, former pitching coach. I'm assuming he's handling pitchers. I don't see maybe that other, they don't show an assistant coach online. I think there is another coach down there in the dugout. Tucker brothers batting back to back. Tucker Smith, Tucker Lorenz. Ball State struggling with the stick here early on, hitting .227 in the first 8 games. Lost their first game to Gadsden State down in Alabama. Won the first 2 games against Glen Oaks. And then lost the next 2 to Glen Oaks. Traveled to Chat State. Went 0-3 against the Tigers. Now lefty-on-lefty matchup. Lorenz batting against the left-hander Gilbert. Does not get the call there. That was pretty close, but not close enough. Lorenz 5'10", 170-pound sophomore from Sweetwater High School from Loudon, Tennessee. There's a bender that gets in there for a called strike. I think I inadvertently say that he's from Sweetwater, and he says, don't do that. He doesn't want to be thought of as being from Sweetwater. Not sure why. General Studies major. Throw over to first. Smith is back. Son of Jeremy and Emily Lorenz, brother to Riley. And a Papa and a Grammy in Loudon, and also Doozy is in Loudon. They'll listen on YouTube. Slow roller to second, only play is over to first. A swinging bunt for Lorenz moves Smith into scoring position. Evan Schallert makes the play over to Caden Spicer. Route number 1. Anakin Jack Armstrong, if we had our walk-up songs going, you'd be hearing the theme from Star Wars. Anakin is AJ's first name. Cannon County High School. He's a Lion. Looks at ball 1, high and away. This name Josh Gilbert rings a bell to me. I wonder if he played in the Ohio Valley League. Armstrong played in the league. He and Jaden Perez and Brady Davis were Fulton Railroaders. Got all the way to the championship round against the Full Count Rhythm team that I broadcast for in the summer. Breaking pitch, parachutes in on the 2-0. In there for a called strike. Anakin Jack, 6'1", 225-pound sophomore from Woodbury, Tennessee. Jack and Sharon Armstrong, his parents, Kaylee, his sister. Another breaking pitch lands down. Paul and Nana in Woodbury listening in on the Vol State Sports Network. Don't think they're here. Fastball just outside, and Anakin Jack walk Armstrong draws the second one of the inning. Now Revin Suggs, he's had 3 official at-bats, 4 total, and he's been on base 3 out of the 4 times. Couple of hits. And the true freshman, son of Ben and Lori Suggs, who are here. And Lori's got the video going right now. He's going to see lefty on lefty matchup, and he takes the first pitch for a ball. It's a breaking pitch. 5'9", 160 pounds, homeschooled. Brother, I believe, went to Greenbrier High School. They live in Greenbrier. Takes a hack at that offering and fouls it back. His brother played at Jackson State the last 2 years, and now he's off at Maryville College over in East Tennessee. Hello to Granddaddy and Mama in Greenbrier, as well as Daddy Tom and Mimi. They're in Greenbrier as well. Nice stop by Wart behind the plate. Keep the runners at first and second. Gilbert struggling with control here in the second inning. Suggs lifts this one up to left field. Should be playable. On comes Parsons, but the shortstop, Jack Hare, just in the outfield grass, makes the catch for out number 2. See, our camera's not working over there? Okay. See if I can fix it real quick. Well, I may not. I don't have enough. We'll fix it in between innings. Just go to the camera 4 if that happens. Bradley Pippin at the plate. Takes a called strike. Pip, a two-way player. Pitcher and a catcher. And that one goes behind him in the dirt. That'll move the runners up 90 feet. On the wild pitch. Pippin didn't move. I think he felt pretty confident that ball was going to hit him. Transfer from MTSU. He's also a former Warrior, Riverdale Warrior out of Murfreesboro, 5'10", 180 pounds, marketing major. Son of Larry and Ginger Pippin, brother to Ada, grandson of Paw and Mama in Lake Wells, Florida. Pop and Grandma live in Missouri. Another pitch wide, and Wart had to Gumby arm that one to keep it from the backstop. 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position. Base hit here is a chance to tie this game up. 2-1 pitch, grounded up the middle, and that's going to score at least 1. On comes Brendan McKinley, and he's not going to get a throw off to the plate. Bradley Pippin with a big 2-out, 2-run single to tie us up here in Gallatin. And that's going to end the contest for Josh Gilbert. We'll take a break. We'll fix a camera. And we are back. Check that camera too. Make sure. There we go. We're good. And set. Braden Baker to face Brady Morris. Third pitcher on for Rend Lake. And he's going to drill Baker. Led the club in hit by pitch in the fall. He takes the first one right off the right shoulder. 2 out, 2 on. Josh Gilbert goes 2/3 of an inning. Gives up a hit, 2 runs, 1 runner on base is his responsibility. And Jaden Perez drew a walk first time. Check swing does not go. Pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. Jessica Godoy, his mom, listening in and checking in via treesesports@gmail.com. Brady Moore, 6'3", 190-pound sophomore or freshman from Simpsonville, Kentucky. Nannies in Miami, as well as abuelo y abuela. His grandparents down in Miami, Florida. 2-1 pitch. Perez looks at a fastball outside. The former Fulton Railroader. 3 balls and a strike. And ball 4, Perez, the on-base machine, reaches on his second walk. The bases are loaded. 2 outs. That brings up Hudson Blank, the hottest hitter for Ball State. He had a ground ball off the legs of the starter, Alex Calhoun. Ball dropped right at his feet. He was able to pick it up and throw Hudson out. At the plate now, steps away from a breaking pitch for a called strike. That's a fastball. He was all over it, fouled it straight back, but down in the count, 0-2. Thanks to Jessica Perez and Cody Meadows, who've sent an email to treesesports@gmail.com. You can too and join the show. Just missed outside. Nice pitch there by Morris. But Blank does not bite. Bradley Pippen at third. Pitch inside. Blank fouls that one off. Pippen's at third. Baker is at second. Perez at first. 2-run single for Bradley Pippen drove in 2 walks in the inning. Tucker Smith and A.J. Armstrong. Back up. Curveball there, stays inside. And we got deuces wild on that scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2-2 is the score. Hudson Blank gets a hit here. That's the second hit of the game. And he's not. He's going to go down looking. He does not agree with the call, but his opinion doesn't matter. It's Jonathan Higdon's, and that is the final out. Picked up 2 runs on 1 hit. Those 2 runs charged to Josh Gilbert. 1 hit, no errors, 3 runners left aboard. We're all tied up here after 2. Scheduled for 9. You're listening to the Ball State Sports Network.
Every day, all around the nation, people find themselves in need of a hero. Fire and emergency medical responders are those heroes we need. They make the difference between life and death. If you desire to make a difference in your community, Ball State is leading the way in training everyday heroes. We offer EMS, paramedic, and fire science programs. Spring 2024 enrollment is now open. Visit ballstate.edu to learn more. The demand for mechatronics professionals is on the rise. Students get to earn a wage and college credit simultaneously via our work-based learning program. This hands-on experience gives them a competitive edge in the job market. Industries like automotive, aerospace, electronics, healthcare, and even mining rely heavily on these systems. These positions offer competitive salaries and a chance to contribute to the cutting-edge technologies that are shaping the world around us. Join us in pioneering the future of manufacturing through the power of mechatronics. Visit fallstate.edu to start blazing your pathway now. Classes are available now at the Gallatin and Cookeville campuses.
Carson Pack back out for the third inning as Trevor Mootsie, the pitching coach, and Jim McGuire, head coach, want to see what kind of length they can get out of Carson. Not sure how many. Guess I could go to my score sheet, see how many batters he faced in that game. Faced 5 in that first appearance. He got the start in that 4th game against Glen Oaks. Glen Oaks out of Michigan. Handed it to Vol State on day 2. And it's the first time that Glen Oaks had ever defeated the Pioneers, or at least in my time here. Vol State had gone 4-0 the year prior to that and won the first 2 games, so 6-0 before dropping the doubleheader. I believe that was a Friday. 3, 4, and 5 due up here in the third, all tied up after Vol State scored 2 in the bottom of the second. Bryce Minton, who doubled and drove in a run, swings at the first pitch, hits one into the hole. Backhanded, not made by Lorenz. That was probably a base hit anyway. Braden Baker will get the ball back into the infield. Minton now 2 for 2. Third hit of the game for the Rend Lake Warriors. Devin Keebler started the strikeout string for Rend Lake. Throw over to first. Back in safely is Minton. Pack, after giving up 2 runs in the first 3 batters of the game, struck out Keebler, Spicer, and Parsons to end the threat in the top of the first. Pack with a long set there, another throw over to first. Not sure what Rend Lake's field looks like. They've had 16 doubles in their first 7 games and made another one here. Make it 17 doubles in 7+ games. That pitch goes high. They played 3 games, their first 3 games of the year, down at USA Stadium in Millington against Dyersburg State. Throw over to first. Minton back in safely. They won 2 out of 3 against Dyersburg. 16-4 and 12-6 wins, and then lost a pitcher's duel 2-1 against Dyersburg State. Runner goes, pitch is a ball. Throw down. That may be the first caught stealing of the year. It is. Bradley Pippin with an absolute bullet to second base. There's the first caught stealing for both teams. Lorenz takes the throw, and that erases the leadoff single. Swing and a miss on the 2-0. It may not be officially the first caught stealing for Vol State defensively. I don't think I have that on there. I'm trying to remember, go off my memory, and that's a problem when you have advanced age like I do. What do you think, Dawson? You think that was the first one? 2-2 pitch, misses just low and outside, and a full count. Ministries full count. I think we might have got a pick off that turned into a caught stealing. But anyway, that was an absolute seed throw there by Pippin. Full count pitch, misses down. Third walk of the game for Pack. That'll bring up Caden Spicer. the first baseman. First email for the visitors comes in. High fly ball, but it will not stay in the yard. No, it will. That ball came back. I thought that was going to the bullpen. Braden Baker gets his first put out in left field. Wind blowing in. It's not 20 miles an hour out to left field or anything, but I thought that ball was going to hook out into the bullpen, but it stayed in the field of play for out number 2. Broadcaster error there. Go ahead and put it down. Circle it in red. Seth Parsons. He hits one high and deep. I don't believe the field's going to contain this one, and that might catch a car out in the parking lot as Seth Parsons delivers a 2-run home run to put Rend Lake back on top by 2. A 2-out bomb by Parsons. And that is his 4th extra base hit, first home run of the year for the left fielder. That was a no-doubter, turned the wind around, and that will end the afternoon for Carson Pack. We'll take a break. We got a Summit Concrete call to the bullpen. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we return on the Vol State Sports Network. Davis, 5'11", 165-pound sophomore, out for Carson Pack. Davis from Clarksville High School, Clarksville, Tennessee, the son of Rodney and Ryan Davis. Brother to Faith, hello to Grandpa and Grammy, both in Clarksville, Tennessee. Davis will come on with 2 out, nobody on after the 2-run home run by Seth Parsons, his first of the year. Carson Wart, who flew out to right field, is going to get plunked in the back as each team has now had a relief pitcher drill the first batter they face with a pitch in the back. That'll bring up Kobe Howard, who walked in his first plate appearance. And another one behind Howard. Brady's out there thinking, hey, did somebody move the plate? He thinks the plate's been moved over a little bit to the left. Runner in scoring position. That's a lot better. Changeup in there for a called strike. The former Fulton Railroader. Another behind of Kobe Howard. Another wild pitch moves Wart to third. I don't know that I've seen Brady Davis this wild before. Fastball misses up. 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1 chopped to short. Lorenz back with 2 hops. His throw over to Denning is just in time to retire Howard. 2 runs, 2 hits in the inning. No errors. 1 runner was left aboard, and Rend Lake has retaken the 2-run lead as we go to the bottom of the 3rd.
Cybercrimes take place online, and companies need more well-trained workers to stop it.
Vol State is training me to help combat cybercrimes in the future.
We're training them for those type of jobs that are out there. Vol State CIT programs prepare students to earn industry standard certifications within the IT industry.
I choose Vol State because the future needs me now. My story could be your story.
A degree in criminal justice can help you find the exciting career that you've been looking for. As a member of law enforcement, as a crime scene investigator, a teacher in a classroom, a detective working on cases, a lawyer or a judge, or nearly any job where you get to put the bad guys away. Learn more at volstate.edu.
Well, very good emails from the Rend Lake faithful. To the first one we got, Amy Schallert checked in, treesports@gmail.com. She is the mother of Evan Schallert, second baseman for Rend Lake. Papa and Amy are watching from Aurora, Colorado. I know where that is. That is just east of Denver. My late aunt lived in Aurora. I had cousins that lived in Littleton, Colorado. Got to go out and visit them in Littleton in 1992. There's a story behind that. We don't have time for that, but the federal government paid for me to take a trip from Tyler, Texas to Denver. I went to visit them, so thanks for your kind comments, and we're checking in. Brady Morris back out on the mound for Rend Lake, facing 4, 5, and 6. Easton Denning, Tucker Smith, Tucker Lorenz. And found out shortstop, that one's lifted to left field. That's going to stay in the yard. Seth Parsons will call off and make the catch. Jack Hari. I don't know if it's Hari or Hari, but Blake Templeton has sent in a pronunciation guide. Hari, I'm going to go with. Final answer, Hari. Not Hare. Thank you very much. I don't like calling somebody the wrong name the entire game. Appreciate your comments, Blake. Glad to be able to provide the broadcast for everyone that's interested in JUCO baseball, particularly Rend Lake and Vol State. Tucker Smith walked and scored the first time he came to the plate. Hear the wind kicking up on our crowd mic. Smith lays off the breaking pitch. Former coach Blake Templeton. Shot down to third base, knocked down by Howard. He comes up and throws Smith out at first. Put a star by that one. Diving play by Kobe Howard to retire Smith for out number 2. Tucker hit an absolute blast there. Stayed down a worm burner. That'll bring up Tucker Lorenz. Nobody on, 2 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Squaring around a bunt, tried to lay one down, fouled it. May not have gotten a piece of it, but came out of the catcher's glove warped. Blake, you might know, where have I heard the name Jack Hari? Did he play in the Ohio Valley League? If so, with whom? There were several, actually, that played Rend Lake, that played, I think, at Henderson for the Henderson Flash. 1-1 pitch. I don't think Lorenz was originally ready when Morris started to get into his windup. Pitcher is supposed to wait until he gets eye contact. There's a 2-1 pitch on the outside corner. Wart struggling to catch the pitches here right now. I know one that's on the roster, Drew Eisenberg. I'm 99.9% confident he played. That ball's drilled out to center field. Tucker Lorenz out to Brendan McKinley, who floats back and makes the catch in center field. A 1-2-3 inning for Brady Morris. And we will go to the fourth. Ball State down 4-2.
Welcome to the Vol State Nursing Lab. The simulation lab allows students to come in a safe environment and practice real-world patient care without worrying about harming patients. We have 5 high-fidelity mannequins that we use with our nursing students in our lab to simulate real-world scenarios that they're going to see once they're out in the hospitals working. We have an adult mannequin, as you see here. She simulates everything from a normal patient to wounds to trachs, IVs. You can give her medications. We have pediatric mannequins. We have a mom mannequin. We also have other models to where students can start IVs. They can put tubes and drains in. They can remove tubes and drains, do wound care. Also, if we lose clinical placement, then students can still simulate those real-world experiences in the lab to get the same experience and be prepared when they graduate and enter the workforce as a nurse.
Blake, if you're out there looking, I did find that Blake Hari played for the Thrillbillies last year. That's not where I would have known him. Full Count Rhythm played in the Prospect League in 2024, and it doesn't appear as though Jack played for the Thrillbillies then, squaring around a bunt. Brendan McKinley, the center fielder, number 9 hole hitter with Jack Hari on deck. Facing Brady Davis. Slow breaking pitch misses down. Carson Pack finished 2 2/3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 4 runs. 3 of those are earned. 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Did give up a long ball, faced 15 batters. You got a 3-0 count. I thought, there we go. A little slow on the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard. 3-0 pitch right down Broadway for ball 4. Must have been below the knees. It covered the plate. First walk of the game by Davis. And that's not what you want. You don't want to give Rend Lake free base runners. Jack Hari's been on twice, singled the first pitch he saw, and then walked in the second, batting for the 3rd time here in the top of the 4th inning. Throw over to first, and a close play. McKinley just back in time. Hari is a sophomore from Marion, Illinois. That's right where Thrillbillies are located. Also the home of Josh Griffith, former infielder for the Vol State Pioneers, and he also played with the Thrillbillies a couple of years while he was playing at Trevecca. Throw over. Josh Griffith now working back in Marion, Illinois. He's working at a fitness facility. Great young man. Got a chance to know him through another throw over. Is McKinley showing all the signs of not being satisfied with standing at first base. And no wonder. He's got 9 stolen bases. And another throw over. If you're not familiar with college baseball, but you're a pro baseball fan, a little difference in college and professional baseball. You can only throw over 3 times, and the 3rd time, if you don't pick them off, they go to the next base. College baseball, Brady Davis can throw over to first base until sometime in November if he wants. 0-1 pitch. McKinley got the happy feet at first. Adam Clark, the base umpire, nonplussed by all the throwing over at first base. Not even showing a sign any longer. The throw over. Denning continuing to slap the tag down. Bradley Pippin's already thrown one runner out. Pitches a ball, throw down to second, down in the dirt. Couldn't be handled by Lorenz. That's the 10th stolen base of the year for Brendan McKinley. Second stolen bag by Rend Lake. They're 2 for 3. Wonder if McKinley got anything special for President's Day yesterday, do you think? Brendan McKinley. Look on the rosters and see how many former presidents are on rosters. That's one. Never had a president named Hari, though. He hits one high out to left field. That will go foul, stay in the park. Jack got jammed on that one. Prospect League is the Summer Collegiate Wood Bat League, spread out all over Illinois, and Iowa, Indiana. Breaking pitch chopped to short. Lorenz going to try to get it on a short hop. Can't get it in the glove. That will be an infield single for Hari on my score sheet. Yeah, they're going to give Lorenz an E6. So I'll have to change mine. Jim McGuire is the actual official scorer. I'm sure that probably Bugs Meadows running the scoreboard. So he probably told Bugs. That puts runners at first and third. A bunt. Safety squeeze is Schallert. Second time that he's been asked to bunt. Fouls that one off. Son of Amy. Throw over to first. All right, Amy, it says that Evan's from Bowling Green, Kentucky. You must just be out visiting in Aurora, Colorado, I'm guessing. But there's lots of stories, so there might be a story there. 4-2. Nobody at third base as A.J. Armstrong was coming in for the bunt. That'll be a stolen base for Hari. Two runners in scoring position, still nobody out here in the fourth. A walk, stolen base, and a error. Tucker Lorenz. One-two pitch. Change up. Schallert fouls it off over the third base dugout. Mr. Higdon says, I need some more baseballs. Jake Truitt. Got a picture of Truitt. Looked like he was a personal security out at the Grammys. Nice change up and a nice slide by Pippin behind the plate. Jake's dad, the Steel Drivers band, was up for a Grammy a couple of weeks ago. Jake got to go out on a trip, got in the picture with the band and wearing the sunglasses. That 2-2 just misses outside. Pippin tried to bring it back, but well, the full count Ministries full count with Bryce Minton on deck. Is a base open. Got to be careful to Schallert. Playing in only his second game, and he strikes out. Gonna have to throw down to first base. Pippen's throw is in time, but on the play. Nice heads up by Brendan McKinley. He's going to come in to score on the throw to first. So the strikeout recorded 2-3 for out number one. No stolen bases for Hari or McKinley, but a run comes in nonetheless. So on the throw is how the runners move up to the plate, and third base brings up Minton, who's 2 for 2. Breaking pitch misses outside. So a run without the aid of a hit. Leadoff walk and an error. Infield still in. Toyota Gallatin scoreboard has not registered the run. Have we scored that run? 5-2. Dawson Sweetland is all over it. His first game as our director here on the Vol State Sports Network on the broadcast. He's not just another pretty face. 2-0. This is away. Might not be a bad move to go ahead and put Minton on. Doubled and drove in a run in the first, singled to lead off the third. Was caught stealing by Pippen, but he's 2 for 2. 3-0 right down the can, and that's swung on and lifted out to left center field. Jaden Perez going to make the catch. That'll be a sac fly and another RBI for Minton. And the score is 6-2. Now 2 outs. That's an unearned run as Hari reached on the error. And with nobody out, or nobody on, 2 out, Devin Keebler stands in. He looks at a fastball just up. Keebler 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk, and he scored a run. Breaking pitch gets on that outside corner. All-State will host Southwest Tennessee this weekend. Games are scheduled Friday, a 9-inning game beginning at 2 p.m. Central, and doubleheader at noon Central on Saturday, 2 7-inning games. Rend Lake will travel to Southwest Mississippi Community College for a doubleheader on Friday. I don't know where Southwest Mississippi Community College is located. If you want to be a research analyst for the show, you can send that in on treesports@gmail.com. 2-2 pitch just misses outside. Davis trying to catch that front corner to retire Keebler. With Caden Spicer on deck. Full count, Ministries. Full count. Ground ball to third. A.J. Gloves in the hole, or in the down that line. His throw is not in time. Keebler able to beat out the infield single. Very tough play for A.J. Armstrong. Will be the last batter that Brady Davis faces. We will have a Summit Concrete call to the bullpen. We'll take a break. Be right back. Summit Concrete called to the bullpen, 6'1", 200-pound left-hander Aiden Key, now in for Ball State from Nashville, Tennessee, went to Montgomery Bell Academy. Finance major, the son of John and Patty Key, brother to Josh, grandson of Paul and Granny in McMinnville, Tennessee, and Pop and Izzy in Nolensville, Tennessee. I love these grandparents' names. I'm just Grandpa. My wife is ZZ, though. She's got a cool grandma name. Susan with an S turns into ZZ with a couple of Z's. Key in for the second appearance of his collegiate career, 1 1/3 innings. No hits, 2 runs. Has walked a batter, struck out a couple. He comes on with 2 outs in the inning and a runner on at first base. Going to face right-handed hitter Caden Spicer, the first baseman, who's 0 for 2. Summit, Mississippi, you said. That's where Southwest Mississippi Community College is. Now I need to know where Summit, Mississippi is. He delivers at the knees for a called strike. My daughter and 3 grandkids, along with the husband and the father, my son-in-law, live in Caledonia, Mississippi, which is just north of Columbus, Mississippi. It's 5 hours away from here. ZZ and I get to go down there from time to time. I'm gonna guess Summit's probably in the southwest area of Mississippi. Would that be a pretty good guess? Spicer. A swing he'd like to have back right there. That's a wave and a miss. He was expecting a fastball and got the breaking pitches. Key gets into his stretch before Spicer gets ready, but now he gives him an opportunity. 1-2 pitch, swung on and lifted out to center field. Perez coming on, but he was playing deep. And Spicer drops a base hit in front of Perez. That's his first hit. He's 1 for 3. Brady Davis goes an inning, faces 7 batters, gives up the 1 hit. That's an infield hit to the backhand of A.J. Armstrong down at third. Give up 2 runs. 1 is earned. Walked 1, struck out 1, and plunked 1. That'll bring up Seth Parsons, who left the building last time he came up. A no-doubt home run, his first of the year, to left field. He sees a fastball on the inside corner. Takes that one for a strike. He did not take the pitch that Carson Pack delivered. Similar location. Posited that into the parking lot in left field. The 0-1's a breaking pitch, and Bradley Pippin had no idea where. He thought that ball must have been in his glove. That'll be another wild pitch. I'd have to look at that one again. Pip thought he had it. It's pretty far out there, though. I'm going to go wild pitch. Again, I am not the official scorer, but I do have some say from time to time. One, slow breaking pitch that Parsons had to back away from. That's 4 wild pitches by Vol State pitching today. As a former infielder, I always liked having that force out at second base, especially as a shortstop. Fouled off to the right. That'll get over the trees and across Gap Boulevard into the acreage that Ball State has. About, I don't know how many buildings are over there on that piece of property, but over the next couple of years, I believe that property is going to change immensely. Might be a new soccer field over there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, 2 in the inning. Aiden Key delivers a breaking pitch. That's high and outside. Full count Ministries, full count. Have a full count Ministries verse at the end of the game. right after we named the Toyota of Gallatin player of the game. Next, in the fifth, between the top and the bottom, we'll have the Allie Cassidy Brick and Stone Alumni Spotlight. Full count pitch from Keys. Big breath, and he lets it out and delivers, and Parsons cannot hold up on the fastball high, and down he goes on the strikeout as Key comes in and strands 2 after giving up the single to Spicer. But the Warriors put 2 more on the board. One of those was unearned. 2 hits in the inning. There was 1 error and 2 runners left aboard. We are headed to the bottom of the fourth. Vol State travels 6-2.
Every day, all around the nation, people find themselves in need of a hero. Fire and emergency medical responders are those heroes we need. They make the difference between life and death. If you desire to make a difference in your community, Vol State is leading the way in training everyday heroes. We offer EMS, paramedic, and fire science programs. Spring 2024 enrollment is now open. Visit volstate.edu to learn more. The demand for mechatronics professionals is on the rise. Students get to earn a wage and college credit simultaneously via our work-based learning program. This hands-on experience gives them a competitive edge in the job market. Industries like automotive, aerospace, electronics, healthcare, and even mining rely heavily on these systems. These positions offer competitive salaries and a chance to contribute to the cutting-edge technologies that are shaping the world around us. Join us in pioneering the future of manufacturing through the power of mechatronics. Visit volstate.edu to start blazing your pathway now. Classes are available now at the Gallatin and Cookeville campuses.
Fourth pitcher on for Rend Lake. Left-hander Cade Kelly, 6'2" sophomore from Greenwood, Indiana. On in relief of Brady Morris, who went 1 1/3 innings. No hits, no runs. Walked a batter, struck out a batter, and plunked 1 batter. I'm sure he didn't mean to. He will face 7, 8, and 9. Cade Kelly, that is. Here in the bottom of the fourth. Morris faced 6 batters to get his 4 outs. A.J. Armstrong, Revin Suggs, Bradley Pippin to face the left-hander. Armstrong walked and scored in the first pitch, just a bit too high. Tried to catch the corner and missed. Like to get that one in there every once in a while. Little homage to a great announcer, Bob Euchre. Another one inside. That gets by the catcher, Carson Wart. You're a Vol State fan, and you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button on the Vol State YouTube channel, and you should be notified whenever we go live. And I will be broadcasting, Lord willing, all of the home games as A.J. Armstrong. Hey, look at there. He walked again. It's crazy. You were with us last year. You know that A.J. walks a large percentage, the largest in the conference last year of his at-bats. A good eye. Tucker Lorenz lookalike, Revin Suggs, his middle infield partner now, stands in there. Popped out in his first plate appearance. Came in 2 for 3 in his young season. Revin like Kevin, but with an R. His father, Ben, was a right-hander here at Vol State, I believe back in the mid-90s. Throw over to first. Those lefties. You got to watch him, Dawson. You got to watch him with 2 really keen eyes, okay? When you can't just go halfway and watch it just with 1 eye. Open both of them. Target practice with that handgun. You don't close an eye, baby. Keep them both open. You never know who's coming from the left that you might need to engage. 0-2 pitch. Suggs takes a close pitch there. Back in my former life right there, Dawson. Giving you a little advice from my former life. Another throw over to first. One, two, misses away. Ball State only scored 2 runs against Chat State over the weekend. Collected 14 hits. Hudson Blank had 4 of them. Make it 5 of them as Suggs down on strikes. Devastating curveball there by Cade Kelly. Cade with a C, Kelly with a K. Brings up Bradley Pippin. As the only hit of the game for Vol State, that's a 2-run single in the second. 2-out knock. Runner starts to go. That's A.J. Armstrong. He'll steal you back from time to time. He'll lull you to sleep. Pippin, a transfer from MTSU, and again, a pitcher who's come to set with it before the batter is ready. Swung on and missed. Jonathan Higdon behind home plate has not called time and stopped that from happening. It's happened for both sides. And again, Pippin didn't look ready. Throw over to first. A.J. back. Working quickly is Kelly. And he delivers. Off-speed pitch stays up high. Probably not going to have enough room on my score sheet to get 9 or 10 pitchers that Rend Lake's probably going to throw out here today before they head down to Summit, Mississippi. Pippin turns away from an inside strike. Then they play Hines Community College, and I'm going to bet Hines is also in Mississippi. They have a bunch of away games. I wonder if they're having balls drilled down a left field line. Can it stay fair? It will not. About 20 feet foul down the left field line outside of your viewing area. Wondering if Rend Lake's having some renovations to their field, but they did play the 2-day, 4-game stint against Glen Oaks. I assume they played that at home, but 9 straight away games. They won't be back home till March the 3rd. Pippin chops at another one. And a skate save down there by somebody coming out of the bullpen. Who is that, Dawson? Big Trent Miller, the Greenbrier Bobcat. Hockey player. 2-2 pitch. Pippin stays alive with a foul ball to the screen. Kelly a couple looks over to first, and he's got him picked off. A.J. on the move. The throw is in time to retire Armstrong for out number 2. That is officially a caught stealing since he was heading to second. Make that a 1, 2, 3 to 6 caught stealing, not a pickoff. If he's caught going back to first, then it's a pickoff. I didn't know that until a buddy of mine's a ground ball to Hopper. Hari over to Spicer for the out. 3 up, 3 down. Kelly gets 3 outs, and we will go to the top of the 5th inning. 6-2, Rend Lake leads.
Hey, Jake, that personal price you gave me was a home run. I can't wait to give you some free baseball lessons.
Man, I'm really excited about this myself. But you do realize the thing with Toyota of Gallatin is everybody gets the personal price. It's what makes us special.
Wait, what? Everybody gets it?
Everybody gets it.
Let's play ball.
Okay.
Jake, you ready?
Let's do this, Coach. Hey, Coach, this is pretty easy.
We'll see about that.
Oh, I think I pulled something.
Yeah, better luck next time, old man.
I think I'm done, Coach. Call 911.
Thanks to High Point Health Sumner with Ascension St. Thomas for their support of All-State Athletics. They're the healthcare provider. Just in case, by off chance that one of these guys might get injured, which just happens regularly. Got a couple of them up here. They've spent some time with High Point Health Sumner with Ascension St. Thomas, formerly known as Sumner Regional Medical Center, but they work hand in hand with our trainers, Brad Swope in his first year back at Vol State, and Justin McKinney, who's now the assistant athletic trainer, as Bradley Pippin nearly hit Aiden Key on the throw down to second. Pitchers, do not turn your back on catchers. Sometimes they don't throw it straight. High Point with a double sign out there in left center field right in front of the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard. Didn't get our game time temperature, brought to you by Accurate Mortgage. It was 67 degrees. I wrote it down. I just didn't tell you. As Key to start his first inning delivers a pitch wide to Carson Wart, who's 0 for 1. Fly out and hit by pitch. Misses with the breaking pitch. So Braden Baker still in left field. Jaden Perez in center. Hudson Blank in the repositioned outfield for the first time. I don't think this was employed at Chat State, but Braden Baker moving from second base to left field. 2-0, misses outside. Jaden Perez moving from right to center, and Hudson Blank moving from left to right. There will be a test later, so I hope you're taking notes. A.J. Armstrong and Tucker Lorenz on the left side of the infield. 3-0 pitch right down Broadway. Brevin Suggs getting his first start of his collegiate career at second. Easton Denning. This is game number 9, so make it 61 straight starts. There's another pitch in there for a called strike. And a full count, Ministries full count. Bradley Pippin behind the plate, catching the third pitcher, Aiden Key. Popped up on the right side. Let's see if this stays playable. Denning over to the fence, and he has room. Did he make the catch? He did. It was out of our view, clearly out of your view. Let it pop out to the first baseman in foul territory for out number 1. So that was technically a full count first pitch foul ball, which happens 53% of the time in JUCO baseball. Don't know if you know that or not, but seldom known stat. For 2 years, I kept that stat. And that's what it shook out to, as Kobe Howard stands in. 0 for 1. Walk and a ground out. If you're a gambler, you can make some money. It's a little better than a coin flip, 50-50, which is flipping a coin, what that would be. Unless you've got some sort of a weighted coin, right? But on the first pitch after the count becomes full, if the batter swings 53% of the time, and it's higher for Major League Baseball, one pitch just outside. Major League Baseball, it's probably in the 60%, maybe even low 70%, that if the batter swings, he's going to foul it. Go ahead and, as God says, test me on that. Go see if that actually works. 2-1, whispers at the outside corner for a called strike. Howard, the third baseman, had a sparkling play in the bottom of the third inning. At the plate, 2-2, and just misses inside. Well, another full count. Ministries full count. You might wonder, what is full count? It's a baseball ministry. Started here in Middle Tennessee, and I've been broadcasting for Full Count Rhythm. That's how I got my start in broadcasting. Said, hey, you're retired, doing nothing. Want to come and broadcast baseball? 3-2 pitch. There it is. Dawson, a full count, first pitch, foul ball. Telling you should have seen my score sheet. Right here is where I kept that. And you may wonder, how many foul balls do you think there are in a 9-inning game? How many foul balls, Dawson, do you think there are? Both teams, total. Good shot. There's a fly ball out to left center field. Jaden Perez over and in front of the Dudak Communications sign. Makes the catch for out number 2. Your guess was 55, 50, what'd you say? 55 is your guess. Tyler Zeligman, you got a guess on that? How many foul balls in a 9-inning college baseball game? Now, I've only checked this twice in my time of doing it, but it was pretty close both times. So 64, pretty decent guesses. I had high 40s, low 50s on both my games. 2 outs, nobody on. Key trying to get the first 1-2-3 inning for Vol State pitching. Gets the called strike. To the speedy Brendan McKinley. Struck out his first time on, and then he pretty much manufactured his own run with a walk, a stolen base, and then came in to score as he check swings there, and he's down in the count 0-2. He scored on a strikeout where the pitch went down in the dirt, and as Bradley Pippin threw down to first base, McKinley was at least halfway down the line and came in to score rather easily before Easton Denning's throw from first could catch him at the plate. Picked up his 10th stolen base of the year. Around 50 foul balls. Ball State, I don't think that we have gotten one foul ball out of play, because Chick-fil-A at Gallatin is our foul ball sponsor, and I only say that when it goes out of play. And I don't think I've said it yet. So there it is. Chick-fil-A at Gallatin. You don't pay for that right there, okay? Chick-fil-A at Gallatin doesn't pay for that foul ball. They pay for the ones where the guys in the dugout have to go find them like it's an Easter egg hunt. 1-2 pitch coming from Aiden Key. This is wide. On deck, Jack Hari, the former Thrillville Thrillbilly last year. Now look. Swing and a miss. Tag is applied, and there it is, a 1-2-3 inning for Aiden Key, and picks up his second strikeout. And we're going to keep it right here because this is the middle of the 5th, and it is time for the Alley Cassidy Brick and Stone Alumni Spotlight. Today's spotlight is on Big J. Sharla, former Pioneer who played high school ball at Riverdale. He was a former Warrior. And Big J. Sharla was here when I got here in spring of 2022. Didn't play a ton that first year, but was the third left fielder to get in, and after the first two struggled at the plate, Big J came in and finished the year at a 379 clip. He's got a brick out in the alumni patio, 10 by 10 brick patio that has the name, the position they played, and the year they played here. And how do you get one of those for your sophomore or player who's soon to leave, like the Dennings? Sent an email. I owe them a follow-up email. I'll get that to you shortly. I'm working on the new sheet of paper that lets you know to fill out the sheet that I will send you. So if you're interested in that, send an email to treesports@gmail.com. I'll get you the sheet, and then I'll tell you where to mail it to. It's $100 for a brick. Those brick pavers that are in there as blanks right now, donated by Allie Cassidy Brick and Stone. My buddy, former neighbor of mine, lived across the street, owned a brick company, lived in a Williamsburg vinyl-sided house. They had to move, he said. A brick man can't live in a vinyl-sided house, so they ended up moving, and they got 1 billion bricks in their house now. But thanks to Allie Cassidy, Randy West, and the folks here. They're located right around the corner. They got a Gallatin office. As Braden Baker smacks the first pitch he sees into left field, and that gets by the left fielder, Seth Parsons. As the new pitcher on for Rend Lake, 6'7", 210-pound sophomore, Aiden McAfee. Is that an F or a T? I'm going to have to look at another location. That's a dudette double off the bat of Braden Baker, leading off the fifth. Jaden Perez stands in. And a pitch in the dirt's going to move Baker over to third. McAtee, that's a T in there. He's on in relief of Cade Kelly. Changeup missed somewhere, maybe up. Perez has walked both times he's come to the plate. Looking for a knock to bring Vol State closer. It's the sweeper in there on the corner. Cade Kelly pitched to 3 batters. Walked 1, struck out 1. 2-1 pitch. This is inside. Wart has to reach across his body to make the grab there. The pitch, Perez can't lay off pitch out of the zone. Full count, Ministries full count. John Ripel dials in the back line. Gets right to the broadcaster. Full count, Ministries full count. And Jaden Perez is the walk machine today. He's been the first walk for 3 different pitchers. And runners at the corners, brought to you by Line to Line and Game Time Sports Field. Stephen Dodson, Bill Marbett, as Carson Wart, the catcher, will go out and have a confab with Aiden McAtee. Line to Line and Game Time Sports Field help with field prep, dirt, conditioner, all that kind of stuff, padding, netting, anything that has to do with a sports field. They can provide it. They are the grounds crew for the TCCAA Region 7 Conference Tournaments. This year's conference tournament will be held at Columbia State in early May. Nobody out, 2 on for Hudson Blank, who's 0 for 2. And that means he is due. It's 1 to second. This could be 2. On to second for 1. Blank does not beat that one out. That's a 4-6-3, no RBI to Hudson. Baker does score. Nice turn by Hari, the shortstop. And Easton Denning will come to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. And he hits one high and deep, but way foul. Also over in the back 40. Score now 6-3. Denning looking for his first hit of the day. He's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout. John Rypel, the head coach at Pope Prep, local high school. He is a Barnabas. He is a positive thinker as this one's popped up down the right field line and on to try to make the catch. Bryce Minton makes a stab right by the bullpen fence, but it drops and Denning has new life. John Rypel in his second year, I believe it is, over at Pope Prep. Former volunteer assistant coach. He listens into the Ball State Sports Network. Keeps his ear to the ground on all things Pioneers. He lives just right around the corner here, but he's at school. Getting ready for their season. 1-2 pitch to Denning. He pops that one up in the infield. Let's see who's going to get that. Nobody. That ball's going to drop out of the glove of the third baseman. Nobody looked like they wanted to take charge there. That almost could be a hit. Nobody was going to take it. At the last second, it looked like Kobe Howard is making a stab, but he has to cross the mound. And they do rule an error. Pitcher got out of the way. In Ball State, Coach McGuire expects pitchers to catch that ball. They don't run out of the way. They go ahead and claim it. Error can only be charged to the third baseman, I guess. Tucker Smith. That's a Chick-fil-A of Gallatin foul ball. I guess I did have one over there. I missed, didn't I? Easton Denning put one about as foul as you can put one. Greg and Mary Garrettson. Ball in the dirt. Denning thought about taking off, but Wart keeps that one close enough. Do thank them for their support of Vol State baseball. They're just right down the road in Gallatin. So what, 2 miles from here? Maybe even closer to that, 1.5 miles. I know the girls basketball team has to run down there and back from time to time. It's probably 1.5 miles because I think he has it's a 3-mile run. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on, and the off-speed pitch stays down for Tuck. He's 0 for 1, walk and a run scored. Ball State scored 2 runs in the bottom of the second to tie the game. Rend Lake scored 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth to take a 6-2 lead. Ball State with 1 run here is a check swing ground ball back to McAtee. Will retire Tucker Smith. 1 run in the inning. Leadoff double by Braden Baker, who scores on the 1 error and 1 runner left aboard. We are through 5. Scheduled for 9. It is.
The Volunteer State has always been home to Pioneers. Dreamers and hard workers blaze their paths here. From the TVA to Mountain Dew to touchscreen monitors to the Grand Ole Opry, Tennessee has been home to innovators, creators, and entertainers. From humble beginnings to changing the world, Tennesseans have pushed the boundaries of what is possible. We pioneer healthcare, infrastructure, engineering, and product development. At Volunteer State College, we've developed our degree certifications to carry the torch of Tennessee's success with flexible options to help you blaze your pathway. We are searching for pioneer-minded students who are on their own journey of growth. Learn how these pathways are shaping the future of Tennessee. like those that have come before. Blaze your pathway. Your career awaits. Ball State.
Summit Concrete call to the bullpen. Nathan Stewart, the fourth pitcher for Vol State. 5'8", 170-pound redshirt freshman. On to face Rend Lake here in the top of the sixth inning. Aiden Key faced 6 batters. And by 6, I mean 5. Gave up 1 hit in his 1 1/3 innings, no runs. Did not walk a batter, struck out 2. Retired the last 4 that he faced. And the only 1-2-3 inning for Vol State so far in the first 5 innings. Carson Pack got the start, followed up by Brady Davis and Aiden Key. Now the fourth pitcher, Stewie. Not to be confused with Stu, which is Jonathan Stewart, who's going to be out for a while, at least this week, sure. He played this past weekend injured as Stewie drives the first pitch on that outside corner to the leadoff batter, Jack Hari. Son of Jonathan and Kelly Stewart, not Jonathan the catcher. He's an exercise science major, went to Murfreesboro Central Magnet High School. The brother of Ethan, Samantha, and Sophia. Chopper, Stewart's going to have to come off the mound. He's going to throw going away, and his throw goes into right field. Hari's going to try for second, and he's going to get there. Hudson Blank will retrieve that ball, get it back to second base quickly, and that will be an infield single and an error. Another E1. What do you got? You don't think that's an infield single to start with? You think that's an easy play to make? Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, it's both. Yes, I agree with that. That'll bring Evan Schallert. Let's see if he squares around a bunt. Tried it twice, and he squares around and misses. I'd check to see if he went on that one. Did he pull it back? Yeah, there you go. They check, and Adam Clark says he offered. Second error by a pitcher today. Third error of the game for the Pioneers. Challard's going to get the job done. It's not a sacrifice bunt, but he moves the runner over. He's out 4-3, and Hari goes to third with 1 out. Check swing or half swing, whatever that was from Hari, and it caused Stewart to come off the mound toward third base. He fielded it, but he didn't have time to plant as the sidearm breaking pitch swung on and missed by Minton, who's 2 for 2. He's got 2 RBIs, double, a single, sac fly. He has been productive all 3 times he's come to the plate, but he is down in the count 0-2 as Stewart takes something off of that breaking pitch. Now let's see if he steps on a fastball out of the zone. 0-2 is another slider just a little bit farther outside, but Minton does not offer. Infield is in with 1 out. There's the fastball that changes the look for Minton. The Evansville, Indiana native. I assume he's native. That's his hometown that is listed there. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. He barely got a piece of that one. Got it out of play. There was some sharp break to that right at the end. showing 5 hits on the board for, they're not counting that as a, well, that would be 7. That's going to get the job done again. That ball is well struck. Jaden Perez at the warning track is going to haul that one in, and Minton's going to pick up his 3rd RBI on another sacrifice fly. As it stands right now, that's an unearned run due to the error. But it's still a run on the scoreboard. It counts. 7-3 is the score. Dawson Sweetland keeping up with everything. Right on time. 2 outs, nobody on. Brings up Devin Keebler. Cleanup hitter, DH. Looks at a called strike. Stewart steps on a fastball right there. Ground ball to the right side. Dennings knocks it down, retrieves, and steps on the bag for out number 3. Good job by Easton to give up his body there. 1 run, it's unearned on 1 hit, 1 error, and nobody left on. All-State down by 4, heading to the bottom of the 6th.
Take the step. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Take the step, the one you've always wanted to a better you and a brighter future. Choose a path to create, innovate, or educate. A path to your career. One that builds you as a person, or one where you build for the people of the future. Choose a path to save lives or check eyes, to study the human body, soul, and mind, to fight crime both in person or online, to code the market, or be an entertainment rock star. Take the step to your full potential, to everything you've dreamed of. Take the step here, there, and eventually everywhere. With the pros of the profession, the Grammy winners, the commercial producers, the engineers, the doctors. Life is full of steps, so why not make yours count? This is us. This is Vol State.
And another pitcher on for Rend Lake, in for Aiden McAtee. Connor DeWert is what I'm going to go with. D-E, capital W-E-E-R-D-T. 6'6", 230-pound freshman from Christopher, Illinois. DeWert. That is incorrect. Feel free to text me or email me at treesesports@gmail.com. 6 pitcher on for the Warriors. McAtee goes 1 inning, gives up 1 hit, 1 run, and it was unearned. Nope, not unearned. Saw that error in there, and Baker scored on the double play. First pitch swinging, Tucker Lorenz on the lefty-lefty matchup, comes up empty. McAtee with a walk. Faced 5 batters as DeWert gets ahead. Lorenz 0 for 2, looking for a hit. There's a Chick-fil-A Gallatin foul ball that gets over the third base dugout. Got a little guy in front of the press box. He's got his glove on. He's after that foul ball. Brady Davis gonna head out of the dugout after it as well. See if that little guy gets to it first. Don't have a window over there to our left side. The windows we have, the 4 windows right in front of us. Provided by MGM Industries a couple of years ago. 1-2, swung on a miss. Lorenz Down on strikes here to begin the 6th. Thanks to MGM Industries, Joe Gaskins, Patrick Stewart, his son-in-law, vice president, for providing these free windows. Tore out the old ones, put in new custom windows. They came out, measured. Joe Gaskins, former player and coach basketball at Motlow State. When I called him, he's a friend of mine from church, is A.J. Armstrong. Hadn't seen a whole lot of strikes today. He squares around like he was going to lay down a bunt. Dawson, do you believe that? There's no chance. I think that was a fake. 1-1 pitch. That's off the handle, but it will get down right in front of the left fielder, Seth Parsons. A.J. Armstrong, 3 for 3 on base today. Picks up his first hit. That's the 3rd hit of the game for Vol State, who have struggled in the last 6 games at least. At the plate, Revin Suggs, now with 1 out, 1 on. Stands in, takes a pitch just a little bit above his, he said 5'9" frame. He's what you call a battler. Revin Suggs, just a hard worker. Takes a healthy cut there, comes up empty. Revin, 2nd on the club in the fall in hitting. Played in 14 games, hit .320. 8 hits, including a double, and had a triple. 6 RBIs in the fall. Throw over to first. AJ with that speed is legendary. I don't think he's got a stolen bag yet this year. Let's check. I'm right. So swings and a Chick-fil-A of Gallatin. Foul ball, and the little man after it again. Hard worker. Gals 1-2. Oh, that's one of those crazy double moves right there by the left-hander. That was deceptive. That was, you're not allowed to deceive the runners. I don't know if you know that, but another throw over, step back. One-two pitch. That is off the. Well, it's not a foul ball until he picks it up. There's a chance that comes back into play. Not much of a chance, but it was pretty close to that third base line there for a minute. One-two, and Suggs spoils another one. Dawson, I'm missing something. Missing last year's stats. Oh, you know what? Nope, it's not going to be there. See if he throws over. He does not. Suggs fouls another one off. A Chick-fil-A of Gallatin. Foul ball. That gets out of play. I'm guessing it's sitting on my office desk at home, because it is not in my folder. Another ground ball. Foul. See how that 50 mark is? I mean, I'm not keeping up with it now, but you think we are? Not even through 6 innings. I think we've had 50 foul balls already. 1-2 is going to have to wait on the throw over. That's a different move right there from a lefty. You got that move right there, Dawson? You got that move? Dawson Sweetland out for the year. Surgery coming up. Ground ball to second. It's bobbled. Suggs hustling down the line is Schallert. Throw beats him by a step. Armstrong will move down to second base with 2 outs. Suggs now 0 for 3. And Bradley Pippin steps in. He's 1 for 2 with a single and 2 runs batted in. That is a parachute curveball that gets in there for a called strike. That single by Pip was his first hit of the year. The last 4 years, I've gone on the road to broadcast Ball State games, pretty much every game. But this year, decided to stay home. Swing and a miss on the 1-1. As the older I get, the harder it is to travel, set up the equipment, tear down the equipment, travel again. So there'll be some games that I travel with the team, but I won't broadcast. A couple of them down to Alabama. 1-2 and a changeup, a swung on a miss by Pippin, and A.J. Armstrong's 1-out single is wasted. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left aboard. 2/3 of the way through this one, and Vol State trails 7-3.
Welcome to the Vol State Nursing Lab. The simulation lab allows students to come in a safe environment and practice real-world patient care without worrying about harming patients. We have 5 high-fidelity mannequins that we use with our nursing students in our lab to simulate real-world scenarios that they're going to see once they're out in the hospitals working. We have an adult mannequin, as you see here. She simulates everything from a normal patient to wounds, to trachs, IVs. You can give her medications. We have pediatric mannequins. We have a mom mannequin. We also have other models to where students can start IVs. They can put tubes and drains in. They can remove tubes and drains, do wound care. Also, if we lose clinical placement, then students can still simulate those real-world experiences in the lab to get the same experience and be prepared when they graduate and enter the workforce as a nurse.
Tim Reese, Dawson Sweetland. The press box gang, we don't have a PA or DJ today. Aaron Higgins is AWOL. He did the 4-game series over 2 days. Last home games we had, but not sure where he's at. I am not his keeper. And he didn't text me to let me know. So we have a quiet ballpark here at the Tim Garrett Baseball Complex. 5, 6, and 7 due up to face Nathan. This is 1 9-inning contest as his breaking pitch catches Spicer in the lower body area. Second hit batter by a Vol State pitcher today. Seth Parsons, 1 for 3 stands in. He's been all or nothing today. A couple strikeouts and a 2-run home run. Squaring around a bunt. Breaking pitch over his head. He ducks out of the way of that one. Takes it inside for a ball. If he doesn't duck his head, that's probably getting him right in the noodle. Got a helmet on. Take it off the dome. Throw over to first. Spicer back in time. Spicer playing in his 7th game of the year. He's got a stolen bag. See if they do the fake bunt. And steal here with the first baseman. They don't fake bunt. Fouls it back. Do they keep up with sacrifice hits? Yes, they have 2 showing on their stat sheet for the first 7 games. There is 1 sack Bunt by Evan Schallert. He reached on an error by Carson Pack. Another throw over. As everybody in the infield's moving around. A.J. Armstrong charging from third base. I haven't mentioned this, but A.J., he looks a bit younger now. Shaved his beard off. And attempted bunt on a high fastball is missed. And again, goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. Suzanne Godsey is listening in from Indianapolis. Well, she's handling her debits and credits over there. She's an accountant. I used to be one of them. And I had to get out of that, especially during this time period. February to April, worst time for a tax accountant. You can make a lot of money doing it, but I'm telling you, 7 days a week, you're working, the firm I was at, working crazy hours, swinging a foul tip in and out of the glove of Pippen as Parsons stays alive. I had to take my older brother's advice and get out of that go-nowhere job and go to work for the federal government and federal law enforcement. So I gave up my pencil for a badge, credentials, and a gun. But as a white-collar agent, you don't have to use that gun very often. 1-2 pitch, slider stays down. But just for the fun of it, you can get on a SWAT team if you want a little adventure. Did that for almost 5 years. All the while working loan fraud, check fraud, bank fraud. Fun job for 26 years. Swing and a miss. Dewey gets the strikeout for out number 1 here in the 7th. Gives me the opportunity to do this now for free. Thank you, Uncle Sam. Carson Wart steps into the right-handed batter's box. He's 0 for 2. Been plunked once. A couple wild pitches moved him over to third in the third, but he was stranded there. Throw over to first. Side armor delivers to Easton Denning, who at this point in time does not have to worry about the sun. Of course, it is only 3:20. It feels like it's 5:30 here. Got started just a little bit after 1 o'clock Central Time, but slider misses away. I've got Rend Lake with 7 hits. Got 7 runs. I've got 7 hits. I've got them with 1 error, another throw over to first. And the Pioneers with 3 runs on 3 hits, and they have 3 errors. That's a nice pitch right there, a little comeback fastball. After seeing all those breaking pitches started at your left hip, then you see one that's starting outside and then slides right over the outside corner. Nice pitch there by Nathan Stewart. 1 ball and a strike. Pippen Gumby arms that one to make the grab. 2-1. Kobe Howard on deck. Godsey's apparently will be back down this weekend for the Southwest Tennessee. The Salukis arrive. Not sure, I haven't looked that far ahead to see what the weather report is. Ladies softball team is here. Several. They must have just got out of practice. I'll be broadcasting their doubleheader tomorrow against Indian Hills. I think they're the Warriors. Everybody's a warrior around here. Why all the fighting? Why is everybody so mad, Dawson? 3-1. Catches the inside corner. Jonathan Higdon, I think, just rang him up on strike 2. But he quickly recovered, and it's a full count. Ministries full count. Riverdale and Murfreesboro, they're Warriors. Rend Lake, they're Warriors. Indian Hills, we're pioneers. We're blazing a trail, okay? Now, where I went to college, Belmont, we were rebels. Political correctness changed that to Bruins in about 1998. Full count pitch, runner does not go. And the pitch is outside for ball 4. Stewie's first walk. And runners now at first and second. Got a lefty warming up. Is that Brennan Mealer? Tell you had a good day. I saw the box score. Let's see if I can pull that up real quick. Owen Boswell looked like he had a good outing. Which, was that in game 1 of that 3-game set? No, Ian McCord with an excellent start in that game 1. Went 4 innings, gave up 2 hits, 1 run. Walked 3, struck out 2. But Gabe Eddington came in 2 innings, gave up 3 hits, no runs. A 1-0 loss to Chattanooga State. Let's see if that was the 7-1 game that Owen Boswell. It was not. That was the game that Nick Gotze started. And he wants to quickly forget about that one. Although 4 of the 7 runs given up were unearned. As Trevor Mootsie comes out, that's a ground ball up the middle, glove by Lorenz. That's a quick do-dat double play, 6-3 if you're scoring at home. And that is just what the doctor ordered for Nathan Stewart. What a great visit there by pitching coach Trevor Mootsie. So he comes out, next pitch up is a ground ball double play to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left aboard. It's the middle of the 7th. If we could, we'd play take you out to the ball game. Hum it while we take a break.
Man, thanks to that ball and personal price you gave me, I was able to scoop me up some new kicks.
Really? I like those. You look like you're ready for a marathon now.
You know, on second thought, we're always looking for some fresh talent. Have you thought about going back and playing?
Really? Man, have I ever. Wow.
Go to the goal. There you go, buddy. Jake.
You for real, Coach?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about the personal price, Coach. Everybody at Toyota Gallatin gets it. That's what makes us so special.
Well, on second thought, I think we're all booked up.
Come on, Coach. For real? Give me a shot.
We'll pass.
Oh, come on. Wow.
Johnny Lynn, the head basketball coach here at Vol State. In his 3rd year, former softball coach for 30 years. That got him into the TCC AA Hall of Fame in 2016. He's been replaced now as the softball coach by his youngest son, Christian Lynn. Is in his 3rd year with a team that last year stayed in the top 20 in the country. Just can't get by Chattanooga State in the conference, though. Chat State has been excellent during my time here. They and Walter State and Vol State, the top 3 in softball in the 5 years that I've been here at Vol State. And with not going on the road with baseball, I get to do more softball games. Braden Baker doubled and scored in the 5th. He steps in to face the new pitcher, Drew Eisenberg, the former Henderson Flash out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. The 4th different pitcher that Braden Baker has faced. Baker, the transfer from Murray State, 5'11", 180 pounds, from Murfreesboro Eagleville High School. I think he's a two-time Mr. Baseball. He takes a pitch at the letters for a called strike, started to go but held up. Thought it was going to be too high. The son of Scott and Courtney Baker, brother to Kalen. Grandpa and Grandma there in Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Pawpaw's in Springfield, Illinois. And Nana is in Gleason, Tennessee. That's high and deep to left. Back and gone! Braden Baker with the solo shot to lead off the seventh. 2 extra base hits for Braden. And that is Braden Baker's first home run in the Pioneer uniform in the meaningful game. Baker's 5th RBI. And that brings up Jaden Perez, who's walked 3 times. Baker went down and got a pitch right there and delivered it, just deposited over the left field sign, the Hayden Schrum sign out there in left field. That ball's drilled as well over as Seth Parsons, and he gets into the gap and makes the catch for out number 1, but Perez put a lick on that one. Goes opposite field, first time he's been retired. Now Hudson Blank squaring around the bunt, pulls the bat back. Grounded into a 4-6-3 double play last time up. Swing and a miss. My recollection, Eisenberg was a two-way player in the Summer League, Ohio Valley League. Good athlete. He's got 18 at-bats already in the young season, played in 5 games as a hitter. And 8 for 18, so 444. This is his first appearance on the mound. 3 balls and a strike. And that one curves around. Blank pushing that out, thinking that was ball 4, but instead he's going to look at a full count. Ministries full count. Same pitch, line past the diving Evan Schallert, and Blank continues his hitting streak with a line drive single in the right. Just going to talk about Owen Boswell. He had 3 1/3 innings, 1 hit, no runs against Chat State, following up Jake Truitt, who got the start in Game 3. A left-hander, former Hoptown Hopper, transfer from Bethel University. Didn't get to see him pitch on YouTube the other day, but did want to give him a shout out as coach is going to come out and have a chat. I assume that is Nate Glant, the head coach for Rend Lake. John Higdon waving to the press box again. Appreciate it. He's such a nice guy. I mean, he says hello a lot during the game. Easton Denning, got to get him off the schneid. If you're not sure what the schneid is, just look where Easton's standing. He's on it. He is. I want to see him get hot, as John Ripel would say. It's about time. This young man to get hot. Breaking pitch curves around the inside corner. These two, I'm sure, met up as Paducah Chief facing the Henderson Flash. I got fisted there, but it will land foul. 6 teams in the Ohio Valley League last year, and I think that's what it's going to land this year. Full Count Rhythm won their 2nd championship this past year, Couple of Mercy Rule wins over the Fulton Railroaders. Count went 1 year into the Prospect League, but it was just too much travel. 2-1 pitch. Catches that outside corner. Good pitch by Eisenberg. Henderson Flash actually won the championship the year Full Count was not in the Ohio Valley League. Full Count defeated the Flash the year before that. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on. Here in the bottom of the 7th. And a Full Count Ministries full count. On deck, DH Tucker Smith. Just missed. Eisenberg trying to get the call on the outside corner. Denning took it. And 2 on now for Smith. Local product. Tucker went from high school over to Belmont. He's a former Station Camp Bison. He and teammate Noah Rice left Station Camp. Both went to Belmont, and both have transferred here to Vol State. Tucker, 5'11", 210-pound sophomore, got in 18 games for the Bruins a year ago. He saw a breaking pitch right there, and he just missed it, fouled it back. That's a Chick-fil-A at Gallatin. Foul ball. That's over toward the ditch digger that was back there getting ready for the septic or the sewer system, I think, trying to tie on, getting ready. Chris and Cecily Smith, his parents. Check swing. That's going to ground down to Gabe Jennings, the volunteer assistant coach, coaching first base. Tucker Smith, an exercise science major. He's got a Graham in Hendersonville. He went to Merrill Hyde High School, but he played baseball at Station Camp because Merrill Hyde did not have a baseball team. That's one of those smart schools, Dawson. Is Alcoa High School known as a smart school? I was going to say, I think you're pretty much known as a football school. What, about 12 championships in a row? 1-2 pitch. This is away. It's pretty close to it. What is it? 11 football championship. And what, 1A, 2A? 4A. What? Your dad still coaching with them? 2-2 pitch is up. And a Full Count Ministries. Full count. We use, gosh, I think all, 3 of these cameras here are Full Count Ministries cameras. Full count pitch. Swing and a miss. Eisenberg gets Smith on the breaking pitch. Out number 2. That may have been a hair up, but probably too close to take. With 2 strikes, that'll bring up Tucker Lorenz as All State's needing a big 2-out hit again. Lorenz 0 for 3. Sophomore shortstop. That might have been the pitch to hit. It's called strike. Tucker came in hitting 286. A double, a triple, 3 RBIs. He's now at 250. Changeup misses down. Saw the sun a little bit earlier in the day, but we haven't seen it, if any, here in once game time came on. Fastball catches the knees at the corner. Accurate Mortgage. Mike Hoover still supporting Vol State baseball. They got a sign out there by the Chick-fil-A at Gallatin sign and the Wilson Bank and Trust. Chopper to short. Jack Hari will deliver to retire his counterpart, the Pioneer shortstop, 6-3. The leadoff home run by Braden Baker, all that Vol State could muster. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left aboard as we will head to the top of the 8th. Vol State trails by 3, 7-4. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network.
Every day, all around the nation, people find themselves in need of a hero. Fire and emergency medical responders are those heroes we need. They make the difference between life and death. If you desire to make a difference in your community, Vol State is leading the way in training everyday heroes. We offer EMS, paramedic, and fire science programs. Spring 2024 enrollment is now open. Visit volstate.edu to learn more. The demand for mechatronics professionals is on the rise. Students get to earn a wage and college credit simultaneously via our work-based learning program. This hands-on experience gives them a competitive edge in the job market. Industries like automotive, aerospace, electronics, healthcare, and even mining rely heavily on these systems. These positions offer competitive salaries and a chance to contribute to the cutting-edge technologies that are shaping the world around us. Join us in pioneering the future of manufacturing through the power of mechatronics. Visit volstate.edu to start blazing your pathway now. Classes are available now at the Gallatin and Cookeville campuses.
Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for the Pioneers. Brennan Mueller, 6 foot, 205-pound left-hander, is a redshirt freshman. Another transfer from MTSU, is a business administration major here at Vol State. Went to Forest High School. He's from Chapel Hill, Tennessee. Son of Jason and Kelly Mueller. Brother to Paxton and Adeline. He's got a big daddy and a Mimi and a papa and a grandma, all in Chapel Hill, Tennessee. Mueller on for his second appearance on the mound, 1 2/3 innings. Walked 3, struck out 2, and has plunked a batter. Will come in for the top of the 8th inning. Nathan Stewart goes 2 full innings, gives up 1 hit. Is unearned. Walked 1, struck out 1, and plunked 1. Faced 8 batters. Mueller, the second left-hander for Vol State today. He's going to face 9, 1, and 2. Brendan McKinley swings and misses at the first offering from Mueller. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. He struck out twice as well. Squaring around the bunt, pulls it back for ball 1. Unofficially, I have Pioneer pitching at 8 strikeouts, 5 walks, 2 hit batters. Got him giving up 7 hits. And that's an excuse me bunt. A.J. Armstrong loses his footing on the bunt. Let's see how they rule that. He didn't even get a throw off. He came in to try to glove that one. I'm going to go base hit. Let's see what they put up on the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard. McKinley reaches. Waiting. Jack Hari stands in. Leadoff batter who's been a menace for Rend Lake, and he swings at the first pitch, fouls it back. They put an error up there. I think I might have to disagree with that. I wouldn't strongly disagree, but that's a wet track out there. That fastball catches the knees at the corner. Well, it rained the weekend on Saturday. All State was up in Chattanooga State, so nobody was here to put the tarp on the field. Probably the field needed the rain, but it was too wet for them to scramble up the middle. Could be another double play. Lorenz makes the play over to first base. I thought he was going to be closer to the bag there. Suggs couldn't get to second in time, but McKinley will move down to second as Hari is retired for the first time. He's 2 for 4. Couple of singles, 3 runs scored. Is it Shallard a pinch, or is he a switch hitter? No, this is number 19. Shallard wears number 18. McCabe, is this right? McCabe DeVore? Let's go to the stat page and see if that is correct. I'm going to go with McCabe DeVore, final answer. Pinch hitting for Evan Shallard. 2-hole hitter. Check swing fouled off the first one and nearly down in the count 0-2, but pitch called a ball. Different spelling of McCabe. Tapper foul. Guess there's a chance that he went in at second base in the 7th inning, but show him pinch hitting here in the top of the 8th. Down to the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mueller tries to sling a fastball in there. DeVore does not offer. 4th game played by McCabe. 1 hit in 10 official plate appearances. Also drawn a walk. 1-2, just catches that outside corner. And DeVore is down on strikes. Now 2 outs with a runner at second base. And is this another pinch hitter? Gabe DeVore from Waltonville, Illinois. I think this is number 3. This young man's from Louisville, Kentucky, if that's the right number. You got 3 back there? That's 3. A name I've never seen before. A-S-I-O-U-S. Kavich. Fouls that one off and out of play. K-A-V-I-C-H. I'm going to go with Asius. A-S-I-O-U-S. Asius Kavich. 5'9" sophomore from Louisville, Kentucky. Runner goes, swung, pitch is swung on, not tipped. Pippin asking for the foul ball. He was pulling out of his catcher's position about as fast as you'll see somebody come out of that. Jim McGuire's going to come and check to see if the pitch was fouled. Maybe, or is he asking, did Kavich interfere? The interference, Kavich didn't even move after swinging. Runner McKinley picks up the stolen base. That's his second. Wow. They are going to call that a foul ball. It seems odd, though, that the base umpire saw that and made the change. But the count's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner still at second. Pitch high and inside. Good thing I do my score sheet in pencil. And I have several erasers. And just for the fun of it, some correction tape. 2-2 pitch. This is low and outside. Full count Ministries, full count McKinley. He is wanting to take that bag again. He said, I've already stolen it once. I had to give it back. He wants to go. Suggs trying to keep him close at second. He's taking off again. Pitch is, I have no idea where that is. It's outside, I guess. Ball 4. Kavich goes down to first and put it back on your score sheet. McKinley picks up the stolen base. 2 outs, runners at the corners. As this is still Keebler. Number 1. 1 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. These 2 players, pitcher and catcher, played together last year at MTSU along with Adam Gordon. 3 MTSU transfers. Right? That's not right. Who's the third one? Is there not? Where was Gordon last year? Oh, UT Martin. Why did I think there's 3 from MTSU? Got to be adamant about it. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Don't be afraid to tell me. Thank you, Tyler, for shaking your head. Is the pitch in there for a called strike? Stand-up stolen base by Kavich. Told these guys if I say something wrong, I want you to correct me. I don't like to be wrong, but I will be. That breaking pitch hit somebody or hit something, either his bat or his foot. And the clue that I'm seeing is that he's down on his backside, so that's going to be a hit by pitch, and the bases are going to be loaded. McKinley's at third, Kavich at second, and Keebler at first base. Looks like we might have a pinch runner. .26, I think I'm hearing. That would be Cannon Ashmore. Pinch running from Johnson City, Illinois, a freshman. Keebler, the DH. 2 outs, bases loaded. First pitch to, this is Caden Spicer, the first baseman, is 1 for 3. Miller working quickly. Popped up and out of play. A lot happening here on the Vol State campus. There's heavy equipment all over. Going to be a multi-story building built here on campus soon as well. That's going to be like is it a humanities building, or it's whatever's over here to the right is going to go into a building that's going to be more on campus and make way for the athletic complex. 2-2 pitch popped up. That's in the shallow right center field. Hudson Blank is coming on, and he has to hit the deck to make the catch, but he does for out number 3. No runs in the inning, no hits, 1 error, 3 runners. The 8th inning of 9-inning games is the time that I get to tell you why there's a sign out there in left field that has an 8 on it, and it says Shrum. And a quote that says, "No regrets." That's a former player for Vol State, Hayden Shrum, who died of leukemia in 2010. And maybe he's the third MTSU guy I'm thinking about. He left Vol State and went to school at MTSU. Not sure if he played baseball. He contracted leukemia at that time and about 2009, but still stayed very connected with the Vol State program. He's a former pitcher, right-handed pitcher out of Macon County up in Tennessee, just outside of Sumner County, and he was instrumental with the team in early 2010s, 2011, I believe, or I'm sorry, late 2000s, 2009. And Mike Crosland was the coach at that point in time. And he said, we won't wear number 8 again. And Ryan Hunt, the next coach, continued that, or it may not have been Ryan Hunt. But all coaches since then, including Jim McGuire, have not given out the number 8 in memory of Hayden Schrum. That's the sign out there. Looks different than any of the other outfield signs, and it's supporting the memory of Hayden Schrum. A.J. Armstrong, he wears the number right after that number 8. That's number 9, as Drew Eisenberg back out for his second inning, pitching here in the bottom of the 8th. Armstrong singled off the handle. He's been on base all 3 times he's come to the plate. A couple of walks. As waiting for the lights to get turned on here at Pioneer Field at the Tim Garrett Baseball Complex. Kind of surprised it's not. Or they are not. Oh, I had to cock my knee on that one. That looked pretty good right there, Dawson. Were you going to take a hack at that one? Anakin did not offer. And a pitch count 1-2. Change up by Eisenberg. Give up a leadoff home run to Braden Baker. Then a single to Hudson Blank and a walk, but then got a strikeout and a ground out to end the 7th. That's drilled out the left side and caught by the center fielder. Is that, in fact, Brendan McKinley still out there in center? He just took away extra bases from A.J. Armstrong. I believe that is still a number 4. And we'll have a pinch hitter here. Gabe Eddington is going to pinch hit for Revin Suggs. Undoubtedly will go in at second base. Gabe, a two-way player. Transfer from Austin Peay State University. Final answer. Check swing, and it's called a strike. He and the home plate umpire may have seen each other from time to time. They're both from Clarksville. Eddington down in the count 0-2. .59", 160 pounds, and he's just gone down on strikes in 3 pitches. Took a change up there. Son of Michael and Jennifer Eddington, brother to Holly and Dylan, and the grandson of G. Paul and Nanny in High Point, North Carolina. Went to Montgomery Central High School, I believe. He was also a Mr. Baseball selection. Pippin gets another at-bat. He's 1 for 3. Takes a called strike. Eisenberg, he is pounding the zone now. That was just a little bit too low. Let's see if we've got, I wonder if McCabe DeVore, number 19, has gone in at second base. Pippin. He is. And see if number 3 is out there in right field. He is. Off the end of the bat, just fouled down that first base line. So Cavich now in right for Minton. Popped up and out of play at Chick-fil-A of Gallatin. Foul ball. That foul is spelled F-O-W-L, just in case you were wanting to know. I had some Christian chicken this morning for breakfast. Chick-fil-A Gallatin 1-2 pitch down low. The draw for me there is the sweet tea. They got the best sweet tea I've ever had. Smashed foul down the third base line. Right past Jim McGuire, the third base coach. Chopper to short. Jack Hari. A throw is offline, and the tag is not applied. Strong throw. It was just up the line, and Pippen reaches on the E6. Braden Baker will come to the plate again. Last 2 plate appearances. Double, a run scored, and a solo home run that got out of here right quick now. They gave him a hit. Come on now, guys. They gave Pippen a hit on that. There's no chance. I'm sorry. I'm not erasing that E6 there. Hari would tell you it's not a hit. Good throw, and he's out. Baker now with a 2-ball, no strike count. I think maybe they undid that. There's only one showing up there. Well, no, they didn't. They did. The hits aren't right on the Toyota Gallatin scoreboard. Baker is not offered the 2-0 pitch right down the can. I know they're wrong on Rend Lake's hits. Showing 5. I know we haven't out hit them. There's another chopper up the middle. This is an easy play. Hari will step on the base for the final out here in the 8th as we head to the 9th. 7-4, Rend Lake leads. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network.
Cybercrimes take place online, and companies need more well-trained workers to stop it.
Vol State is training me to help combat cybercrimes in the future.
We're training them for those type of jobs that are out there. Vol State CIT programs prepare students to earn industry standard certifications within the IT industry.
I choose Vol State because the future needs me now. My story could be your story.
A degree in criminal justice can help you find the exciting career that you've been looking for. As a member of law enforcement, as a crime scene investigator, a teacher in a classroom, a detective working on cases, a lawyer or judge, or nearly any job where you get to put the bad guys away. Learn more at volstate.edu.
Justice commercial on before the big, tall Greenbrier Bobcat steps on the hill. Trenton Miller is our Summit Concrete call to the bullpen. His dad, Bill, is now a retired Highway Patrol trooper here in Tennessee. His mom is Treva Miller. Older sisters Presley and Kendall. And he's got a nanny in Kingston Springs, Tennessee. He's a redshirt sophomore, 6'4". 230, I think he had a biscuit or two. He might be 235 now. What do you think, Tyler? You think he's over that 230? He's a biggin. Miller follows Mealer. 3rd appearance of the year for Trent. 2 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs. 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. And he gets the top of the 9th. He'll face 6, 7, and 8. Let's see who that might be. We might have some pinch heaters. Nope. Doesn't look like Seth Parsons and Carson Wart are still there. We got any changes out there besides Gabe Eddington at second base? Everybody else still the same. The old Bob Seger song, the Silver Bullet Band, still the same. First pitch swinging, Seth Parsons. Comes up empty. Parsons 3 strikeouts and a home run. Miller delivers down in the dirt, all natural surface here, dirt and grass. There is a little small artificial halo right outside the dirt area that is home plate. Hardly worth mentioning. It's probably been there a long time, not really sure why. Jim McGuire takes pride in taking care of the field here. They had an ice storm here a couple weeks ago. That's chopped to short. Lorenz charges, bare hands, and his throw not in time. But Denning able to get a glove or an arm on it. That'll be an infield single to Seth Parsons. He's now 2 for 5. I hesitated to look up there at that scoreboard to see, are they going to give him an error on that? They did give him a hit. Okay. All right, there you go. But then now they only have us with 4 hits, and I think we got 5. Carson Wart swings at a high fastball. I have us with 5 hits. And I have that as the 8th hit for Rend Lake. Throw over to first, and it gets by Denning. It's going to be the 3rd error by a pitcher. Parsons not going to stop at second. He's going to go all the way over to third on the E1 on the throw. Thrown on the wrong side of the base runner. Denning's going to be seeing that right field fence in his sleep tonight. Now the infield drawn in. A.J. Armstrong at third, Tucker Lorenz at short. Gabe Eddington at second, Denning at first as Miller pours a fastball a little too tight to number 0. Pawnee, Illinois. I have 0 geographical mindset of the state of Illinois, other than that Chicago is way up north. Chicago. Kobe Howard on deck. Miller looking for the strikeout. Doesn't get it on that pitch. Wart is 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch and walked. Has not struck out in 4 plate appearances. What do you got? You got 2-2. Okay, the Toyota Gallatin scoreboard is changed and corrected. Swinging a foul ball. Wart just gets a piece of that one. Big night last night, Dawson. My oldest daughter, Chelsea Ponce, broadcasted her second doubleheader basketball game at the University of South Carolina, Beaufort. So she and I broadcasting basketball on the same night at the same time. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Trent Miller gets the strikeout. Big pitch right there. That had a little backup to it. Ian McCord, our ball boy, brings some new baseballs out to Jonathan Higdon. She got asked to, she's a counselor, student advisor, is coach is going to come down and have a confab with Kobe Howard. Jonathan Higdon says, I have to make a note of it, so take your time. But my daughter, Chelsea, works as a student advisor counselor at the University of South Carolina in Beaufort, South Carolina. Big sports fan, and she got to broadcast on Saturday a game between the Sand Sharks of USCB against Georgia Southwestern, the Hurricanes, out of Americus, Georgia. They asked her to come back on Monday. It's squaring around a bunt. We're going to lay down a safety squeeze. It might have been a suicide. Parsons might have been coming on the pitch, but it's fouled back. She doesn't know that much about basketball, but she knows the students. She knows the athletes there. And I took a picture of her on the screen on my iPad while she was broadcasting. I was at halftime of the girls' game, a 1 pitch, and that's going to hit Howard in the helmet, knock his dome off, and he's going to hustle down to first with a hit by pitch. There's now at the corners. Assume he's okay there. That'll bring up the center fielder, Brendan McKinley. Reached on an error on a bunt. last time. I think it could have been a hit, but they flashed an error up on the board. 1 out, runners at the corners. Let's see if Howard will be off, but it was so neat to take a picture because my oldest granddaughter was sitting. Throw over to first. That's a scary proposition here today. We've had a couple of bunts or ground balls back to the pitchers mishandled, but had one attempted pickoff thrown away. Runner takes off, pitches high. No throw as Howard steals his second bag. But my oldest granddaughter, Tenley, was sitting in the stands, which is right next to where the two broadcasters were sitting. So in the shot, when they were showing the broadcasters, I could see my oldest granddaughter in the shot, took a picture of my iPad while it was happening. Fouled back. You're on that, big man. That's all you, brother. Watch that big hole out there, though. That little guy's out after that foul ball. Mom's going to check out, make sure he doesn't get into the heavy construction area. 1-1 pitch to McKinley with runners at second and third. See if they try another safety. They're not going to have to. This is a sacrifice fly. Perez back. He's going to make the catch. They're going to score 1 run. His throw's going to come to third, cut off by Lorenz. Another sac fly, the third of the game for Rend Lake. Now 2 outs. Right now that is, I believe, still an unearned run. Could turn into an earned run. Back to the top of the lineup. Did you get it, big man? He didn't get that foul ball? Oh, okay. Mom had you on that tether. Top of the lineup, Jack Hari takes a called strike, 2 outs and a runner at third. Howard moves over to third on the throw. I think he's about, I'm going to go 4 or 5 years old, the young man in the front row here. Nice stop there by Bradley Pippin to save a run. For the moment, Seth Parsons led off with a single, an infield single. Attempted pickoff was errant by Trent Miller, and Parsons got all the way over to third. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Nice pitch by Miller there. He's trying to strand a runner after a strikeout of Wart. Kobe Howard was hit in the helmet. And McKinley drove in Parsons with a sac fly. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Trent Miller strands the second run with the strikeout as he steps on a fastball there. 2 strikeouts in the inning. I'll have to do some checking. I think that is an unearned on 1 hit. 1 error in the inning. 1 runner was left aboard. We're heading to the bottom of the ninth. Vol State needs a grand slam to tie and a solo shot to win it. Here in the bottom of the ninth, you're listening to the Vol State Sports Network.
Take the step. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Take the step, the one you've always wanted to a better you and a brighter future. Choose a path to create, innovate, or educate. A path to your career. One that builds you as a person, or one where you build for the people of the future. Choose a path to save lives or check eyes, to study the human body, soul, and mind, to fight crime both in person or online, to code, market, or be an entertainment rock star. Take the step to your full potential, to everything you've dreamed of. Take the step here, there, and eventually everywhere. With the pros of the profession, the Grammy winners, the commercial producers, the engineers, the doctors. Life is full of steps, so why not make yours count? This is us. This is Vol State.
Tim Reese, son of All-State Sports Network. Dawson Sweetland been directing, handling the camera switching. And you can send me an email at any time, treesports@gmail.com. You don't even have to do it during the game. Tell me how great a job Dawson did. I know he'd like a little pat on the back. Don't we all like a little encouragement? His first time to direct. Connor Cantillo apparently needed the day off. So need to train several of these guys up here to be able to do it. There's going to be a weekend series against Dyersburg State. I'm going to be broadcasting conference basketball tournament action. And I will not be here for the 3 games on the weekend and a doubleheader on Monday. So 5 games potentially that I'll miss. New pitcher in for the Warriors, Noah Nix, 6'4" freshman from Salem, Illinois, facing Jaden Perez, who swings and misses. Down on the count 0-2. Jaden's 0 for 1. He's walked 3 times. First time he put the bat on the ball, he was put a healthy swing on it. Goes down swinging there on 3 pitches. But he hit a shot in the left center field. It was run down by Brendan McKinley, the center fielder. Ball State down to their final 2 outs. Hudson Blank is 1 for 4. Making 6 for 13 in his last 4 games. Looks at a breaking pitch that just slides outside. Find us a Ball State player of the game. I believe we already have it. I think that's going to be Braden Baker. 2 for 4 with double and a home run, scored twice. Blank looks at a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nix has a little sling to his motion as well. 3rd appearance of the year for Noah Nix. He's a 1-0 record. 4 innings, has not given up a hit, a run. He's walked 3, struck out 7, make it 9. Now as he struck out the first 2 that he's faced here in the 9th, and Easton Denning's going to come to the plate with a chance to hit a walk-off 5-run home run. Wait a minute. That may be a new rule in banana ball, but we don't have that here, Tyler, okay? You can't do that. I'm going to go ahead and use my yard card right here, though. I mean, you can't take them home, Dawson. Yard card. Swing and a miss. He took a home run cut. Pitch looked like it dipped just below Easton's bat. Well, the Full Count Ministries first. That ball's hit high out to right field. Back goes Cavich. He's going to watch it go. Look at Tim Reese, the prognosticator, as Easton Denning picks up his 2nd home run on the yard card. I told you, Dawson, you can't take them home. You might as well use them. Easton Denning hits the 5-run home run, and wait a minute, we're still playing. He got a hold of that one. 0 ERA for Mr. Nix is no longer, as Easton Denning will come to the dugout. A little more subdued, but he doesn't go over in this game. Tucker Smith. I'm going to go ahead and go and use my yard card again. As long as you get one and you get it, you get to keep using it. So Smith will foul this one off and out of play at Chick-fil-A at Gallatin. Foul ball. What's your go-to breakfast at Chick-fil-A, Dawson? The chicken minis. It's sliced into right field. Tucker Smith. I lose my yard card, but Smith gets his first hit of the ball game. That's back-to-back hits. You know who that's brought to you by? That's brought to you by Hit After Hit. That is. Lem Pilkington and Hit After Hit, all the sporting goods that you want. Go onto Facebook and just type in Hit After Hit. See if you see Lem Pilkington a few dozen times. Tucker Lorenz takes ball 1 off of Noah Nix. Drew Eisenberg went 2 innings for the Warriors, 7th and 8th. With 2 hits, 1 run, walk, a couple of strikeouts. Lorenz gets jammed. This is out to right center field. Back goes McKinley. Tucker Lorenz has just left the yard. Holy moly. Tucker Lorenz going to have to check something here. Before I get to saying anything, that is his first collegiate home run. Lorenz, a 2-run shot, and that will draw a visit from the Rend Lake coach. 3 spot here has Vol State within 1. I thought he got jammed on that. The wind, that flag is blowing in, right? It's not blowing out. Wrapped around that pole, looks like it's blowing into me. It's coming into the press box here. He turned that around a little bit, and that's back-to-back-to-back hits brought to you by Hit After Hit. Congratulations to Tucker Lorenz. This first collegiate home run. I've got 8 hits for Vol State, and that'll bring A.J. Armstrong to the plate. He's got a dinger already this year. He rode a line drive out of here, or not out of here, but down in Gadsden, Alabama. Oh, might have been a good pitch to take a hack at, but A.J., he likes to check them out. A.J. has a hit. And now down to the last strike. A.J. down 0-2. As Boswell and somebody out to see if they can find those 2 home run balls. 0-2 pitch from Nix is outside. Armstrong does not offer. He's an excellent eye. He's walked twice in this game. 6 times on the year. He's drawn the walk. Fouls that one back. Gabe Eddington retrieves that foul ball, hoping to get an at-bat here in the bottom of the 9th. Vol State with 3 runs on 2 home runs after 2 strikeouts. Ground ball slowly hit, cut off by the third baseman, and Kobe Howard makes the play to end the contest. Rend Lake holds on for the 8-7 victory as A.J. Armstrong grounds out. If that ball gets to the shortstop, there's a chance he beats that one out, but nice play there by Kobe Howard in the inning. Vol State with 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors, nobody left on base. Hit that final button right there. It indicates an F, and this game is over. The winning pitcher, I would assume, would end up being Alex Calhoun, who started. That would be who I would give it to when you throw as many pitchers as. Losing pitcher will be Carson Pack. He will fall to 0-2. No save in the game as Nix came in with a 4-run lead, and you can't pitch yourself into a save. So no save. Vol State falls to 2-7. And Rend Lake moves to 7-1. And Dawson Sweetland, excellent job. I'll let you go ahead and take off. You can go out there and meet with your teammates. Great job by the left-hander from Alcoa. Appreciate his help today. Telling you, I don't think I could do it without some help operating the computer and the camera switcher. Vol State a little too late for the comeback. And our Toyota of Gallatin player of the game, Braden Baker. They had announced that a little bit too early. Maybe it needed to be Easton Denning and Tucker Lorenz, who drove in runs there in the last inning. But Baker, with the solo shot in the 7th and a double, scored 2 runs. Braden Baker is your Toyota of Gallatin player of the game. Our Full Count Ministries verse of the game is found in the book of Luke, chapter 14, verse 11. For all those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. That's a passage I've been ruminating over during this week and this past weekend, and found in my reading, and that jumped out at me as need to be. And there's another verse in Ephesians that my wife is telling me about that says, "Be completely humble and gentle." That's very hard for me to be gentle. A little crusty. So anyway, that's our Full Count Ministries verse of the game. Go to fullcountministries.com and see more about the ministry, baseball ministry all over the world, actually. And Ball State will fall to Rend Lake here, 8-7. Exciting bottom of the ninth for the Pioneers, but they come up just a run short. I got 8 runs, 8 hits for Rend Lake, and 7 runs on 8 hits. Ball State with 4 errors. Rend Lake ended with 2. And out of the 8 runs, I think 4 of those are unearned for Vol State. I'll have to do some tallying to check that. But that'll do it from Gallatin, Tennessee. Thanks for joining me, Tim Reese, on the Vol State Sports Network. It's been a pleasure to bring you JUCO college baseball. And I'll be back on the air with the Lady Pioneers softball team tomorrow, and we'll be back on the air weather dependent on whether it's going to be Friday and Saturday for the Southwest Tennessee series. But thank you for those who sent emails in, and if you're interested in that brick to commemorate your sophomore or redshirt freshman that may not be coming back to Vol State, then send me an email at treesports@gmail.com, and I'll get you the information that you need. Let me get this last one in. Jamie Bear. Let's see. Uncle of Rend Lake center fielder Brennan McKinley, who had a great game today. Appreciate your email. And Amber Cavich. There we go. You said his first name perfectly. All right, Amber, thank you if you're still listening on the broadcast. As the lady softballers show up in the press box, they're getting ready for a little love tomorrow on with the Tim Reese broadcast. Enjoy broadcasting for them. But for Dr. Wendy Tostinson, the president here at Vol State, and athletic director Bobby Hudson, head coach Jim McGuire, this is Tim Reese saying so long. God bless you. We'll talk to you again Friday, Lord willing, right here on the Vol State Sports Network. Good night, everybody.